Welcome to the Enemies of the Fire podcast. This week we sulk. That's about it. No, in all seriousness, there's all sorts of soccer stuff for us to talk about. And unfortunately, currently, and this should change, there's only three of us. And I'm going to first introduce this man over here. This is Jaymes. Jaymes, how are we doing this evening?
USA. Doing great.
Perfect.
Doing great.
And
happy Veterans Day, everybody.
In the basement is Serena. Serena, how you doing, girl?
Okay, I'm sick. I have my Snoopy tea though, so.
Oh man, yes, let's go.
That is a pretty sick mug.
I'm good.
And
what kind of tea?
Thank you.
Dare I ask?
Throat coat with honey.
Ooh. I did some sort of black licorice type tea. It had something else in it, maybe chamomile. I don't know, but delicious.
Welcome to Tea
Are you a
Talk.
tea? Are you a tea guy?
Oh, me? I do love me an Arnold Palmer. I do be drinking like Arnold Palmer's
Nice.
like crazy. I'm not gonna lie. So yes, you know what? Now that the fire have been eliminated, we are now a tea-centric podcast. Coming to anyway,
All right. Well, speaking of taking
hold on.
swings,
The people don't even know who I am.
Take
I am
over.
FC Neo Tokyo, and now Jaymes. Go ahead and take over.
I was gonna say, speaking of taking swings, what's next on the docket?
U.S. men's
There you
national
go.
team have 2 games coming up. Now, the first game, oh God, where's my notes? Okay, first game is Paraguay on Saturday, and the second game is Uruguay on Tuesday. And I will get to the
What'd you call me?
existential. We will get to the existential dread later. But before that, apparently everybody is freaked out. I have learned to stop freaking out about this roster. I mean, it looks very Pochettino, man. This guy does not get how urgent this is. Like, this dude is taking this job like this is a 12-year cycle. He doesn't understand the urgency, and I don't think he cares. But guys, anybody stick out in the goalkeepers? Anybody we want to talk about, care about, yell at? I see shakings.
There's a lack of Chris
I guess the
Brady.
Cincinnati has Roman Celentano. Oh God, Celentano.
Yeah.
Has he been nominated to the team recently?
I think he has gotten a look under Pochettino. Like, he might have even been on the team during the Gold Cup back when nobody wanted to play. But yeah,
I feel like he's pretty good.
He's
Brady's injured.
Brady is injured, but I will say this: if you look at this, you have Selmantano,
Oh, you have what?
you have Freeze, and you have
Celentano.
Patrick Schulte, who are all decent MLS keepers, but not a one of them are as good as Chris Brady, in my opinion. I don't know, Jaymes.
Well, Chris
you
Brady's
agree?
injured, so that's definitely the reason. That's obviously why. Otherwise, Chris Brady would be in that number 1 slot.
I mean, is Jonathan Klinsmann a starter at Sassana?
I think he is strictly a vibes guy. I think for some reason Pochettino met him and was like, "I love the cut of this kid's jib," and just keeps bringing him in.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh,
I have a
that's
hard time
Jurgen
believing-
Klinsmann's son. He used to play for the Galaxy, sit the bench for the Galaxy.
Are there no U.S. keepers abroad? Like, is really this it? This is the best that MLS has to choose from, is a whole bunch of goalkeepers from MLS, and that includes the man in New England, and Brady. I'm just like, are these our only options? Are MLS players like where? How come we have other options like in every other position abroad? Where are these goalkeepers that are abroad? Where's Gaga Slonina?
Not playing.
Yeah.
I mean, you want some Ethan Horvath? You want some of that? I mean, coming from a guy who has been pro Ethan Horvath for far too long, I held on to that stock too long. I lost my house over Ethan Horvath. But no, I mean, that's what we're talking about. And I'm not mad at that. If America's always just developed keepers, so if they come from MLS, I kind of don't care. But my whole point is,
well, where did the best keeper for USMNT ever play? believe he made it all the way to Man United.
Yeah.
Fair. I mean, other
We're
people
not quite
would
at that
argue.
level of squad.
And now our guy who made it to the EPL and bounced out, we're not even looking at him as like the actual starter. We're looking at Matt Freese. Turner he's second fiddle.
Well,
Second
is
choice
he
now.
even? I mean, the loan's over, but is he back with the team? Like, where is he? Where in the world is Matt Turner?
He's only 31.
Well, I mean, he's got plenty of years to get. He's got plenty of years to dig balls out of the back of the net. But I don't know, man. It's not. Listen, we've been used to like having literal world-class goalkeepers and multiple at the same time. It just isn't what we have. We have a very strong core of keepers who I would maintain, like as much shit as I have talked about Matt Freese because I'm a Chris Brady guy, I think they both deserve big moves to Europe, right? Like Matt Freese is good. I just think Chris Brady is way better. Like
Matt Turner is training with Crystal Palace ahead of the November friendlies right now, apparently.
Well, yeah, he went back home, apparently.
So he's going back.
All right. Well, I think we actually hit the goalkeepers so much harder than I thought we were about to. Defenders.
The goalkeepers to me are it's a concerning area. I've started to come around to our top two center back pairing. I've already come around to Dest at right back. I've already come out. I love Jedi at left back. I mean, but there's problems there because with Jedi's health, Dest's been playing full 90 the other day. So there's like defense, not having a lot of questions about. Midfield, no, your favorite man, Weston McKennie, but I love Weston too. But at the same time, are we really worried about the midfield? A little bit, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, I was literally about to jump in.
That might be the biggest. That might be the biggest concern. Tyler Adams a little injured. Yeah,
I cannot allow us to just gracefully glide by the best player on this roster, Mr. Serginho. Put some respect on his name, motherfucking Dest. Now, I am so happy to see this man back in the team. He is by far, of this roster, the most talented player on the roster. It's going to be a joy to see him again. It will only be saddened by the fact that Max Arston will start on the other side. Unless, who the hell knows? Maybe Serginho Dest will play wing up front. Who knows? It's just Pochettino.
I can't believe you're more excited about him than Joe Scally.
Oh, most certainly.
I'm excited to see Joe. I'm glad Joe's getting a run out.
Well,
I can't believe he got. I don't know. I can't.
Well, isn't the big issue with Joe is he's more of he's stuck in the late 2000s of a defender. He's a very defend first wing back. You know, like he's not a wing back. He's not really in the modern kind of game setting, but he is very strong defensively. But you're not getting
and I guess we'll see
forward.
How he's used this, because this is the first time he's been called up this year, right? Or at least in the past few months.
Yeah, it's gotta be. I think he hasn't been called up.
It's just shocking to me that him and Reina are both called up because both of them are on Mönchengladbach, who have been horrible. They've only just in the last 2 league games gotten their first 2 wins of the season. So it's not like, I mean, Gio Reyna's been injured and he just came back. I think he did play in both of those 2 games, but he was
he played 15 minutes in one of them. Yeah,
exactly. So I mean, maybe it's more just like Pochettino's like seeing a window that Gio Reyna's not injured and he needs to see what's up, and so he's just jumping on it. But neither of them have done much in their respective positions in the club to look like stars.
Well,
John
Joe
Tolkien.
Scally, well, hold on. Joe Scally has played for Gladbach for 2 years, right? And he had a phenomenal year last year and a strong year the year before.
Yeah.
So he's like their starting.
He's not
left
bad.
back.
Yeah.
So like, even if he has a struggle at the beginning of the season, nobody's going to worry about Joe Scally. Gladbach's not worried. So with Jedi Robinson's health, you do have to bring him in. Now the Reina thing is, I don't know. Those two are like Jay and Silent Bob, man. They go everywhere together, and
hand in
like
hand.
in all seriousness, it could be to put Reina back in those shopping in the window, or who knows? It could be,
By the way, he
these
said
teams-
MLS is never an option.
I mean,
Reina.
a lot of
Reina.
people say a
Reina
lot
said
of things.
All
Man,
right,
until
fine.
shit gets bad. I mean,
My
we'll see.
heart.
His
But
words.
yeah, so Gio Reyna, the elephant in the room, like what
Well,
do we?
we haven't passed the defenders though. I got a couple exciting guys here that I'm actually excited to see. I got to
Tolkien,
say,
you mentioned? I love
John Tolkien.
even
I'm
if he's
excited to see him.
he's a flat
Second,
earther.
yeah, Bundesliga. Wait, is he a flat earther? He's Bundesliga 2 player, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So-
I guess that was honestly, I was excited. Andrew and I really just as kind of like started as a joke thing, but now kind of as a real thing. We both love John Tolkien. Like we've seen him play a bunch of times. We went to a bunch of Red Bulls games. We have I don't know if it's in here. We have a great John Tolkien bobblehead where he's wearing like a Star Wars costume. I think it's actually on my desk. But he's just such a funny, I don't know, he's a funny character. But yeah, he was, I think, caught like liking flat earth tweets a few years ago, which obviously is not like that incriminating. But I remember it was like the day before they turned likes off of Twitter and everybody was like, God damn, John Tolkien, you almost got away with it. But yeah, then joined a team that was in the Bundesliga last year, and then he was relegated with them. So,
They got
Holstein
relegated.
Kyle or Holstein Kiel.
Yeah.
I'm also
What a
excited
name.
though for Austin Trusty out of Celtic coming in, just to see what we got there a little bit. I remember Austin Trusty in MLS, and him and Elliott were two guys that I had circled from other teams, and I'm like, I wish the Fire had both of those guys. At least in MLS, he was quite good, Austin Trusty.
Well, Trusty is struggling this year, but I think Celtic is just kind of overall. And if you notice, they're starting to come knocking at MLS. But Austin Trusty, I've always been pretty high on the kid. Hopefully, this is something that can help kickstart his season. I don't know. Do we think Tim Ream's too old?
Yes, but he's going to be starting at the World Cup.
Oh.
He's going to start a game at the World Cup. He will start one game. I think it's going to be like two young guns. Like it's going to be the two guys. Just be Chris Richards and who's his partner?
Well, right now Miles Robinson or Mark McKenzie or
it'll be one of those two guys.
Walker Zimmer.
And then during the middle game to give those guys a rest, you could easily go put in him. Hearts, by the way, is leading Scottish Premiership. That's crazy. 30 points to 23s to Celtics 23.
No. This podcast has been on record. Hearts till we die, baby. All right. All right. Nice smooth transition here. As you can see, the fourth member of the Enemies of the Fire podcast has finally been able to join us. Again, new father. Cut him some slack. It is DPG. How we doing?
Third time father.
Yeah, third time father, and the fourth horseman joins. It's been rough because not only do I have to get up in the middle of the night to obviously give my kid a bottle or something or change his diaper. The past 3 days I've been getting up at 5 a.m. to go to the office because again, you got to work. But overall, everything's been going well. I kind of tuned off a little bit from soccer since the Fire were eliminated from the playoffs. Because I really don't give a shit about the rest of the league. Yeah, I really don't. I could care less about MLS playoffs at this point. I might catch a game if I'm bored, but either way, tomorrow for me is probably the only thing I'm looking forward to because it is a World Cup qualifying match. Honduras plays. Yeah,
can they lock it up on tomorrow? They can based on different results. So the first game of the group is going to be Haiti versus Costa Rica. So if Haiti beats Costa Rica or ties Costa Rica and Honduras wins against Nicaragua, we're going to the World Cup.
Wow.
Dope.
We're going to the World Cup. So
yeah, always pro Honduras. I gotta say.
Let's go Haiti. Let's go Haiti.
Let's go Haiti, baby.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were watching
Then one of those
Hercules or
games.
Xena. Let's go Hades. Let's go Haiti.
Tomorrow and Monday, then,
tomorrow
right?
night.
They're all at the same time. Tomorrow night.
No, so
Okay.
the Haiti Costa Rica game is at, I think it's at 6 or 7,
Wow.
and the Honduras game is at 8 or 9. I don't know. I gotta
Okay,
look
so
at
they
the
would
schedule.
know
So,
in theory,
Tomorrow, 8
right?
p.m.
Like,
Haiti,
Yeah,
Costa
so-
Rica.
Dang.
so the stakes are going to be really high tomorrow night.
Here we were
6
talking
and
about
8.
the U.S.
There you
and
go.
Honduras is where it's at, baby.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
honestly, well,
You guys can
the
catch
US
the game. I was gonna say you guys can catch the game on Paramount Plus if you guys have that.
Maybe I will. Honestly,
you
I
go.
hate not watching. I don't have anything to watch this week. I hate the international break, so maybe I will. Honestly,
I used to love
especially
the
while I'm
international
sick. I'm like,
break.
all I'm doing is sitting here watching TV at home, and I don't even have no baseball to watch. no
Come
soccer
on,
to
you're
watch.
daydreaming
you
about
don't-
Bayer Leverkusen.
Blackhawks.
You
They're
know,
not
you're
playing.
daydreaming
I'm
about-
not watching. I'm not a hockey fan.
you know when I'm really feeling it, and there's nothing, and I need a quiet moment of enjoyment. I'll throw on the 2021 Nations League final, U.S. versus Mexico, because that's a good one. That's a good one.
Is that the one that Horvath came in as a sub and he? Yep. That's
Another
a
Ethan
memorable
Horvath mentioned this evening, baby.
one. Oh man, you can't. It's because you can't. That was like, who did he sub? Who got subbed out for injury? Was it
what's his face? Zach Steffen.
Oh yeah.
Remember, this was
he took a hit.
2021. Yo.
Yeah, he took a hit, and Ethan Horvath just came on, and this is for the penalty.
Yeah, dude,
This is
this
right
is
before
like
the
Mark
penalty.
McKenzie giving up a goal 30 seconds in. Sorry to get all like that. but
Yeah,
Anyway,
this was the penalty.
Right, well, I got something
I
to
still
watch.
remember that. I still remember that vividly because I was watching that on the Spanish broadcast, and I told you guys before. Marcel Balboa is the freaking U.S. representative on the Telemundo Univision broadcast team, and that man has taken a lot throughout the whole game. He was being like, I felt bad for him because all the other pro, Mexico commentators were
they're
just
all
like,
Mexico. Yeah.
yeah, they're all like, we're gonna, they were all hyped up, and when that penalty came, I think I mentioned this before. Balboa makes a comment like, "Well, Ethan Horvath could, he plays to block penalties," and the other guy's like, "No, well, the guy that's shooting it he's made to score them," and guess what happened?
Yeah,
Damn.
that was a
cold.
beautiful Serena. If you haven't seen that game, one of the best things that happens in that game, they've cut because they cut the halftime show. There was a guy who ran behind the halftime desk, which was like on the second level of the stadium, and jumped over the railing, and no one knows what happened. Like Clint Dempsey's like, "What the hell happened to this guy?" And
I think I saw that.
after the game, Micah Richards arm wrestles Gucci Onyewu. It's even.
I think I saw it because some dude was just running behind the commentator desk, and he just jumps off, and you're thinking like, "Oh my god, did he just commit suicide?"
Oh god,
Yeah, you have no idea, dude.
Oh, wow.
It was.
Sounds like a blast.
It was the anyway.
See-
this is the point. This is how interesting the U.S. team has become. I don't
Dude,
know, man.
This is how interesting the U.S. versus Mexico games are.
Well,
right.
true.
If you want to start a fight in Sector Latino, just go with a USA jersey and say "Go USA."
Well,
Probably won't
I
do that.
mean, the allegiance is split. There is split allegiance in the. But let's we're all Fire fans. That's the whole point.
How about
Germany
Brian
jersey.
Gutierrez? How do you think his allegiance is?
Oh, dude, that's a
split.
whole other. That's a whole other
We'll
can of
get
worms
there.
because I remember.
We will get there.
You know,
Yes, we will get there.
I will say this. He, Chivas is a big team, and then so is America, and Liga MX. I've never seen a group of people argue and fight over two club teams in a different country. Like, I'm serious. Like, I have literally seen guys get into verbal arguments to the point of fist fighting over two teams. Like, and that's great. And it could just happen out of nowhere. It happens out of nowhere. It's like
in the neighborhood I used to live in, a couple blocks away, there was a guy who had hand painted on his garage a giant Club America symbol.
Oh, someone threw something at it, didn't they?
No. It was beautiful too, but it was like it was so good that it was like, wow, this is really good, but it was just off enough to like, you did this yourself. Wow. You know, like...
Dude, in high school, I used to be the guy in the middle with these arguments between the Chivas fans and the America fans. You know, and I went to like a very, you know, on northwest side of Chicago. You know, obviously I had Mexican friends, had Ecuadorian friends, had Polish friends. You talk about, you know, Wisla versus Legia. Oh man,
I love the extra class.
Wow.
You know,
I love playing
again,
them in FIFA. I love to start. You know, usually start with like an English team with a road to glory, but I would start with a Polish team, and then all of a sudden, you know, work my way up, and then end up with like Real Madrid eventually. But I also would make.
Right?
But they are. But I'd always leave Cracovia in the best of state, in Champions League with the best of players, and I'm like, all right, it's time, Cracovia. I must leave to Real Madrid.
The crazy thing about that, the extra Klasa league with the Polish league is that right now Legia, not even Legia or Wisla are on the top right now. It's like some other team. It's kind of like what's going on in the Scottish Premier League where
hearts till we die, baby.
And the one team that we used to make fun of, like, oh yeah, if it's not Celtic or Rangers, you know, it ain't gonna be Hearts. You know, what kind of club has, you know, what was the other one? Dundee United or something like that.
So while we're in the interesting clubs section, while we got you, I want to hear your real quick review before we get back to the U.S. men's national team on your brief foray with Football Manager 26. I believe it was a demo.
True.
Yes. So
I'm not hearing the best things.
I played the demo. I haven't played the official copy yet. Obviously, I was playing the beta copy in October, and I was noticing like little errors, like little weird errors. I think with dates, and it was just weird. Like I couldn't. Like I picked the Fire as my team, and I put him in a formation that I thought was the best, you know. And for whatever reason, we lost to some random second division Brazilian team. Like, I was like, what? Really? Like, is this going to be one of those games where it's going to be hard to win? You know, because, you know, the past Football Manager games, it's, you know, once you kind of get a rhythm, you can start a winning streak. Yeah. Obviously, you have to, you know, you have to switch it up later on because guess what?
You have to
CPU. Yeah, the CPU catches on to you.
Okay, so you can game it, but like right now, it's like you have to grind for every single match.
Exactly.
Ooh, see that?
Exactly.
Ooh, God, I stop talking. All right, listen, I'm going to say this.
That some of the biggest streamers for Football Manager are like up in arms. The biggest one in Korea is not even going to play the game. Like in its current state. I mean, he played it. He played a sponsored stream, and he's like, "I'm not going to play this anymore, guys." And everybody's like, "What?"
But you know what? I did like the match engine. I do like the match engine. It doesn't, because the ones from like the year like 2024 and before that, it almost felt like very 2D. Well, it felt very basic almost sometimes. And the new one looks kind of like if you're playing FIFA. Like a little more realistic. I like it.
Okay.
If they can kind of, you know, throw some updates to kind of fix some of the weird stuff, then, you know, we might have something here. And Serena, if you want to see how Bayer Leverkusen is with what you think is the best team on the field, and I'm talking about transfers and tactics, this is the game for you.
It is.
I don't
We'll
know.
never see
Hey, have you
her
never
again.
played?
Stop.
Wait a second. Serena, you've never played a Football Manager?
No.
Oh my
No.
God, you.
I'm
Her
scared.
mind
I'm
will
scared
blow
to.
away
Yeah,
because
I think you should play it, but
oh man,
Andrew might be mad at us forever.
Yes.
It is
He told me.
absolutely.
He's told me I should
Here's
try
one-
it. But
It's a
Here's
game
one
built
crazy
for
thing.
soccer fans. He'll play it with you. You guys could help. You could get the team going, and then he'll be like, "Hey,
I
think
didn't
you
like.
should put it
Although
in."
I feel like DPG, you mentioned there's a lot of email checking though. That I don't like.
so
I don't
the
like
email
checking.
checking.
Already
Think of
have
the
that
email
much at
checking.
work.
Think of the email checking as a
Exactly.
status. Think of the
That's
email
really
checking
what
as a
it is.
status.
It
It's
tells you-
basically
it's
a
the
news
game.
status. So
It's
like
the
if
game
I
telling
make
you
like
what's going on.
if I approach
I guess
somebody
if
to
I
sign
don't have
them,
to write emails, that's fine.
you don't
Reading
You
write
could
emails-
upset. You
it's
can
a click.
upset players at other clubs. Like if you
Yes.
want a player, you can kind of upset him at his other club so he wants to get transferred, and then you could get him for cheaper. Like
So put it like
it
this.
is a
No, it
full-on
sounds fun.
soccer
That sounds
simulator.
The initial step when you first start a game on Football Manager, and you say let's say you pick the Fire, you literally get a message from Joe Mansueto say, "Hey, welcome to the team. Do and he brings you into a meeting and kind of says, do you agree with these philosophies like attacking football, younger players, blah, blah. And all you do is just click yes, no, blah blah blah, negotiate. Afterwards, you meet the team, and you have to have like
there. By the way,
it's like a storyline. It's like a storyline where you introduce
the
yourself
dice.
to the team, and you have like 6 different options what you want to say to the team. Out of those 6 options, probably one is probably the best one to let the team know how you feel about whatever. If you pick the wrong one, they'll probably be pissed off at you for a little bit. But it's kind of like a story. It's basically a story mode. So
it's a story mode for you're making your own story. Your narrative
I will say
with
this.
Your team.
I will say this.
Wrexham before they were
a couple of years ago, back
guys.
when I used to work at TSA and I used to see all sorts of individuals. I remember one time I saw a guy with a random Division II, English league shirt, and I called out the team. Oh yeah, that's that. And he was like, he looked at me, he was like surprised. Like, oh, how do you know? I'm like, man, bro, I've been playing a lot of Championship Manager and Football Manager. And he's like, his eyes got wide. He's like, you play Champ, man? Because that's what they call it apparently. And I was like, yeah, man, I've been playing since for a long time. He's like, man, you have, and it's a British guy too. As you can imagine the accent. He's like, you have no idea, like. When I used to, I don't play Champman as much as I used to, but back when I used to play, when the game will come out, me and my friends used to all put suits on and start the game.
That's awesome.
Like if we're managers,
He's
like, we will put on the suits and get ready for my press conference and start playing.
We should do that.
All right,
that'd be hilarious.
So guys, I'm sorry to interrupt. This was so much more fun than talking about the U.S. Let's give some predictions on these 2 games and then get out of here because there's so much more fun stuff to talk about than the U.S. stuff. So, guys, U.S. Paraguay, Saturday. What do we think?
I feel this is a game that somehow the U.S. is supposed to win, but somehow they'll find a way to lose it.
2-0.
Pochettino's going to – yeah.
Is everyone else in agreement?
I agree. Paraguay's good, right? Didn't they beat the U.S. in the last cup, whatever cup there was?
The Copa America?
Whatever. No.
Was that Uruguay? No, that was Uruguay.
No. Not the Copa America. The one, oh God.
Paraguay.
Canada ended up playing in the final.
They're in the World Cup, right?
America.
In any case.
No, they're not. I don't think they are.
Oh. Like you said,
Oh,
the U.S.
Brazil,
is probably
Argentina.
supposed to win this game, and they won't.
Yeah, Pochettino's going to play Pochettino ball.
Will they lose both games? I guess that's the question.
Who's the second game?
And if
Uruguay on Tuesday.
So Paraguay and Uruguay?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is wow. What are the odds?
I know.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? I got a feeling that they'll beat Uruguay, but they'll lose against Paraguay. It's going to be an odd.
Yeah. I feel like that's true also because they're playing Paraguay first. So I feel like maybe by the second game they'll have pulled something together. But the first game out the door with this random roster, I feel like I could see them losing and then being embarrassed.
Hey, is there supposed to be like a Venezuela versus North Korea game?
I have no idea, but I'm all for it. I mean,
It was like
North
a
Korea,
friendly.
The North Korean women just won the U21 or
Oh, I gotta.
Women's
League,
World Cup,
or
right?
Not team World Cup.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
crazy. I don't know, man.
Hold on, I gotta see. I think
Personally,
I think there's-
I'm saying this. US is losing to Paraguay,
Good for
and then
them.
they're gonna tie Uruguay. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was a
that actually seems more
U17.
likely, doesn't it?
It was a U17 game.
U17, yeah.
Yeah,
I saw
it
them
was a
like
U-
up there. They were cheering and everything. It's pretty funny.
I mean, it's amazing.
I thought
like,
someone.
Hey, good for those girls or those women.
I mean, that would be crazy. If they
I
played
heard
in
a
the
different
US.
feel good story too. It was the Japanese and the Mexican soccer U17s kind of like hanging out and clapping for each other. Maybe it was the Japanese clapping for the Mexican boys, but like apparently they had all these matches and they were staying in the hotel and like the Mexican boys came in and the Japanese boys were like all clapping them in. They were like, "Thanks, guys." The Japanese,
That's nice.
Well,
That's
that's what
awesome.
these
I mean-
tournaments are
Players
supposed to be.
and the fans.
That's what it's supposed to be, man, is people
Yeah.
meeting people and just having a good time doing the same thing, being into soccer. Anyway, if you
remember
guys...
some of those good feel good stories for World Cup? Yeah, I remember. Like there was some matches where nations were playing each other that they were partying together before the match. It was awesome.
I mean,
I remember the last time. Here's a good feeling story for you. When Honduras eliminated the U.S. out of the Olympics match a couple of years ago, and I forgot who the goalkeeper was, but this guy had made a mistake and led to a Honduran goal. And afterwards, the guy that scored a goal, they used to play. They both used to play in the same team, which was like the Real Salt Lake Division II team. I forgot what's called, but yeah, he went to go comfort him after the game. And I was like, man, that kind of sucks.
It does suck. It's hard to know what to do in that situation because I don't know, man. It's just sport. At the end of the day, it's just sports, man. Like you lost, it's okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, all right. Listen,
Now when it's the Fire versus Philadelphia, because I hate Philadelphia. I hate Philadelphia. I hate that team.
We'll get there.
I hate that one idiot.
We'll get there.
Oh, go ahead.
We'll get there.
All right,
I'm
like
ready
and
to.
subscribe. God damn it, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Enemies of the Fire podcast. Brr, it is cold outside, and that is the theme of the evening because apparently, per Paul Tenorio and every other human being on the Twitters, MLS's owners are going to get together and they're going to create the most batshit crazy idea in human history. Guys, so sounds like we're moving to the winter schedule, and it sounds like somehow we're going to have simultaneously one table while having 6 divisions. So
That should be
As long
It
as
has to be like baseball.
I want every team playing each other at least once, ideally twice. Every team, but we have too many teams.
Thank you. I was about to ask you to do the math.
To play each other twice.
A lot
But
of
if everybody
Not enough
everybody has
days
to
in
play
the
each
year,
other
yeah.
once. They have to play each other once. They have to.
Yeah.
I mean, well, wait. That's like if you play every team once, that's what 29 games.
So what do you got to? Then you need 2 extra games with 5 other teams. What? That's it.
They can just keep the East and West format and then just have. Well, they're already doing that now anyway. So
What is the reasoning? But is it just to have all the teams play each other? What's the reasoning behind the alleged format change?
Well,
I don't know.
Like, what's the?
Somehow they're gonna have. Somehow
I get
it
the
makes
reasoning
more money,
behind
but I haven't
the
figured it out.
schedule. Yeah, it must be that, right? Because I get that I don't not necessarily agree with it, and obviously it's going to suck for us as Fire fans. But I get the reasoning behind wanting it to be on the European schedule. The format change, I'm like, yeah, it's not been made clear to me yet, like what they're getting out of it, which I'm sure is some financial boost. But I haven't figured it out yet.
I don't know.
Did the
would
New
you
York Times
guys
buy The Athletic?
Yeah, like 2 years ago, or like a year ago at least.
Got it.
So wait, would you guys like to see, because part of me is thinking sicko mode, what if we kept the East-West and never the two shall meet, like before interleague baseball, like play everybody twice, home and away, and then the playoffs is when you finally meet?
Yeah, but you're forgetting the best part about when interleague baseball was introduced. Everybody fucking loved it. Everybody fucking loved interleague baseball.
I did too, but like, what recourse do we have?
Oh, I loved it from day one. I've always wanted the White Sox versus the Cubs, but I was also at the game where Barrett and Pierzynski were clubbing each other out, and it was
what
amazing.
A game to be at.
I mean, where Pierzynski got knocked out.
No, so they were having a blast, but yeah, it was all sorts of chicanery and craziness going on. All the fans were all looking around. The Cubs fans and the White Sox fans look at each other like, "What do we do?" Meanwhile, there's like I think the Cubs had like 3 of the Cubs had one Sox player, or 3 of the Sox had one Cubs player, and they're just beating the shit out of. It was a huge brawl though, all over.
That's
it was
awesome.
crazy. The coaches were.
Oh, that's my favorite. Wow.
When the coaches waddle out there, yeah, that's pretty great.
Yeah, and they start like screaming at each other and pretending to be held back.
One of the best.
Hold me back. Hold me back.
Hold on. So where we? So we're talking about
changing the schedule. What do you think?
Schedule changed?
I don't.
I love it. I love it. I think it's great to get on the European schedule. I like Serena had questions about the other thing, but this I love. It makes all the sense in the world. Get up.
I love it.
Yeah.
Economic sense. Yeah, I don't. I only go to the game.
We're gonna be out there. It's gonna be looking like the Canadian League.
I'll probably come out to a cold game though with you guys. I'm a hockey guy.
Well, that's any game. If you go to a game, it'll be a cold game.
Yeah, put some hand warm.
Even on this schedule, it was already our first home game of the season. This past season was like 20 degrees, so it's gonna be like that, but every game.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
look, the question is how they're going to do this, though, because like normally the season ends in December.
There's going to be like an aperture.
How are they going to go about this?
They're going to do like a mini season. Stop it! Just stop it. They're going to do a mini season
in the dome, in the bubble.
Talk about like they're going to do like the Clausura, Apertura, like Liga.
Yeah, they'll do like a mini season or like a double season thing like that, and that's how they'll get away with it. But I mean, I don't know. I'll say this. Here is my biggest complaint about it. And I always feel like the one complaining, and I'm not usually Mr. Stuck in the past, but I'll say this. I get that, like, it does suck in the warm weather when it's 100 degrees. And I do get that being on the schedule will get better players. But as a person that goes to the games, you know what we're going to lose? Because we're Americans, it's different. So everywhere else in the world on this schedule that does this thing has 60,000 pubs they all hang out at beforehand and then walk a block to the stadium.
Yeah.
Our stadiums are miles away from the next civilized building. You know what I mean? In this country.
Yeah.
So tailgate culture is dead in freezing weather.
Hold on. You're talking about in reference to Soldier Field, but the new stadium is supposed to have pubs and restaurants around it. So you might get that experience.
Let me spend $300 to go see a fucking Fire game.
Well, what do you expect, bro? You can't. I get it. You want cheap stuff. Everybody wants cheap stuff, man. But you live in third world,
or Germany.
You know,
maybe Germany.
We live in the third largest city in the country, but you want cheap stuff.
That's not.
I just want to spot outside to hang out.
Okay, that's not the biggest issue.
I think the point you were making, though, if I'm correct, is that right now we kind of mitigate that issue of not having those options by the tailgating. I mean, tailgating is a huge part of especially at Soldier Field. All the supporter groups have those tailgates, and that's a big part of that. But when it's cold, I think what you're saying is there's no tailgating when it's cold. So it's just
there's some weirdos.
Go to Bears games and there's
a little bit
tailgating.
Yeah, you have people without shirts and mine is
Yeah.
-0.
But so, Toke, you brought up a thing that I was thinking about, or at least had heard about as well, because that got me thinking. It's that the culture of soccer in America is actually so wholly different than the culture of soccer everywhere else in the world. So
I think Toke wants that.
Everywhere else in the world, say the Spains, the Germanys, the South Americas, the Argentinas, the Brazils, everywhere, it is mostly adults attending soccer matches. In America, it is a mix of adults and
kids.
Families. It's so many more families. Families in other cultures.
There are a lot of kids in German soccer, but
okay,
yeah.
but apparently this is a big thing. Is that in soccer, it is too unsafe for the majority of these families to be able to take their young children to the soccer game. They'll take their teenagers and older, I'm sure. But there is an age when you graduate there. They're not taking their young kids and young families to the soccer game like in America and MLS are. So when you're saying like, we need all these pubs, well, that is the culture over there. It's all these adults going to the game. There's not a lot of teenagers and kids going to it. It's a lot of drinking age adults.
That's how they get their hot pocket pies.
This is true, and that's what makes America different.
And beer.
So
no, I don't think
America
it's across the board is what I'm saying. I think that's an overgeneralization of all of Europe.
Yes, I think it is an overgeneralization, specifically of Europe, but not of South American culture.
But
South American soccer specifically, it's not a family event. It is so hardcore in South
and
America.
There's no pub. Are they doing pubs? I don't know.
And that's the other thing, right? America is also unique that we also serve alcohol at our sporting events. Some of these places don't serve alcohol at their sporting events.
Okay, but good reason. I get the point that we have kids and a lot of kids, and it's kid friendly whenever. So just fuck the adults then. Like you just have to not.
But the adults are there with the kids, right? And really, it's about the moms.
Why can adults not hang out and bring their? I don't know. I feel like that's
You sound like I did before I had kids.
Maybe, but then if you guys are happy with it, then
I'm not saying this is not a me thing. This is a culture thing.
Not gonna have kids
down south. Yeah.
No, what? No, so here's
this is not a me thing. This is a culture thing.
No, hold on. But you know what? Like, I've gone to Cubs game, and before the game, I've gotten there like an hour, 2 hours early. I'll go to like a bar/restaurant and we'll eat something and drink before the game, and then go into the stadium. I'm all for that. I'm cool with that.
Cubs game is a very interesting dynamic too, because you have so many drunk people, so many families, so many tourists. It is the ultimate mix of a lot of different people coming together.
Tons of kids there.
Yeah, well,
there's fun
with their mitts. Let's go.
Well, and that's the difference between there's pubs and restaurants. So now everybody's sitting down at a table to eat, and there's kids around and stuff, and or you have tailgating, where kids can be kicking the soccer ball around and you're hanging out by the grill.
Or kick the grill.
Huh?
Or kick.
Yeah.
Or kick.
I wanted to bring a ball for us last time. But yeah, we got to get a ball for us so we could kick it around.
We should have just stolen those kids' ball.
After he kicked the grill?
Those kids.
It's ours. It's ours now.
Official enemy of podcast stance.
They realized they fucked up and they're like, we're going to turn our game this way.
Yeah, they were like...
the dad was so ashamed.
Poor kids.
He was just disappointed in his kids. He's like, "Come on, kids! You had one job. Don't hit the people."
Oh god!
Serena was flipping the hot dogs, and then the ball just comes and hits the grill.
Yeah, right. That was funny.
Oh my god!
Standing right in front of it, I was like, "Oh shit."
That was the one. Like a lot of families don't go to the game to tailgate though. They'll go and they'll just pop in. But if they're going with multiple families, getting the tailgate, that's the way to go. Tailgate, right? Tailgate.
If I ever get there early enough,
highly recommend it.
But the tailgating I will do is just get a pizza, open the back trunk of the car, and just eat pizza and have a couple of lunches.
I'll bring some delicious pizza. I got some of the best pizza.
But keep in mind, you got to get the one with grass and mud for Toke, because he's
not pizza. Oh,
just get a Well, I mean, I guess that is Sarpino's pizza, but no, Sarpino's makes a pretty dope vegan pizza. There's some out there that are pretty good.
Do you like the one with tomatoes? With just tomatoes? What's that called?
No, dude. So This is my gripe with veganism. Like, okay, like tonight I ate a salad for dinner. That's fine.
Margarita
but like
pizza.
When you're in the mood for pizza, I'm in the mood for bullshit ass pizza. So give me the fake cheese. Like, I already have decided pizza. I'm not trying to make pizza into healthy.
I know, real cheese.
Like, just give me a
real
pizza.
cheese.
Bro, let's just trick this guy and give him some real chease. Let's see if we can tell the difference.
Dude, I get you one of the pizzas by me. You will
30-something years of my life. I know the difference.
You ever seen that video of that guy that gets pissed off? When he's eating pizza, he gets pissed off because he notices that the sauce has like cheese in it, and he calls the place and he gets mad and throws his cell phone and breaks it and gets.
I've never seen this ridiculousness.
You never?
We are so far off topic. I just want to wrap back around to this.
Go ahead.
Okay, the schedule, the cold, the tailgate.
The schedule, the cold.
Fuck the kids.
Fuck the kids.
This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna get a nice thermos. You're gonna fill it up with tea or coffee or hot chocolate. Go take out a lawn chair. Maybe get a grill, but don't even bother cooking with it. Just put wood in it.
What did I say? Hold on. What did I say? Our last episode.
Too.
What did I say? Our last episode that got a rousing applause from everyone involved. I was like, we need to be the Cubs of MLS and have nothing but day games. And how? What was better, Serena? Of all the games you went to, what was better? The one where you had the winter coat on, or the one where you had a T-shirt on and it was nice and the sun was out?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Hell no.
The games I went to were all cold.
I'm not going to a 12 o'clock game when it's like 100 degrees, bro. That's like.
Not 12, but like.
Yeah, 2-3 o'clock would be lit.
Yeah, it's still hot. Give me night games. Like summer night games are the best for me. I'm just saying. Nobody
get a dome. Get a fucking dome and solve this problem.
We're not getting a dome.
But the thing is, have you ever been to a soccer game in a dome? The environment is totally different, and I'm not a fan. I know I've
been to a football game.
I've been to a baseball game. I've been to a baseball game under a dome.
Scoring NFL game of all time at the Superdome.
I guess I've been, for some reason, at football, I've been to an NFL game in the Dome, and it doesn't feel as different. It could have just been because I was in Las Vegas. I went to the Copa America in the inside field, and it was just like, I don't know, it just feels different. It feels like watching a different sport. Like, I don't know.
Serena, I agree.
It did.
I'm watching the New Orleans Saints play the New York Giants.
Or something.
And you can look this up. It's Drew Brees versus Eli Manning, and they threw like 13 touchdowns between the two of them. It's a record. And it was just insane. And they New Orleans kicks a field goal. It's the day after Halloween. We're spending it Halloween down there. Fucking lit. Oh my gosh. The greatest. We saw amazing fun times all over. And it was just awesome in New Orleans on Halloween night. And then next day, football. And then the highest scoring game was like 52-49 was the final score. It was fucking crazy. Insane. And then they kick a field goal to walk it off for the Saints to win. We didn't care who won. We were like, we're gonna be happy either way. But New Orleans was a lot happier that who them that gonna beat them Saints, just something like that. It's like who them that gonna beat them Saints? It's some crazy
them that
by you.
Yeah, like burly English. Yeah, I got it.
Jaymes, you seem to be really lucky.
Cajun English.
You seem to be lucky with your live sporting events. What the hell happened with the Philadelphia game, man?
That's two, isn't it? That's crazy. I see the Pierzynski game, and I see, like, I think it's the third or fourth highest scoring NFL game of all time.
This man has watched the most defining moments in sports games.
Right. I know.
It's amazing.
Well, I mean, maybe that is why or whatever day that happened. Anyway, we are all divided.
Schrodinger's cat. It's a theory. The observer changes what happens. Just because you're there.
DPG.
And you're observing, you change what happens. It's true.
What's up?
I have a question for you. One last question, then we got to move on.
All right. Shoot.
As a person who goes to games but not in the section, as a person who isn't like a tailgate guy, are you now like totally on board with the schedule change, or are you unhappy? Would you rather it stay in warmer weather?
So, I look at it this way. What's the best for my club team? What will get my club team to be the best? And if this schedule can actually help, if this schedule can make things happen, if this schedule can make the Fire get better with player transfers in the winter market or in the winter transfer window or in the summer window, then I'd rather put up with 20-degree weather, 10-degree weather, if it means that I will be laughing and dancing and crying and at the end of spring when the Fire lift the MLS Cup.
Well, we're going to get new players. Everyone else will also get new and better players too. So,
but here's the thing:
we gonna get a new and better.
I'm hoping my team makes the right decisions and not just gets players just to get players. Right? This is after all a tactical game. Right? This is a chess match. Right? So if we can make the right moves, we'll be in the final. And you guys are not even going to think about the suffering you guys put up with in the winter. You're not going to think about the spilled hot chocolate.
We won't forget it. We won't forget it. But it'll be a part of the badge that we wear.
Exactly. And you know what? Maybe we'll have a viral moment like the Canadian game. Like we'll have like our bicycle kick in the snow moment.
Okay,
and then
there you
go.
It's perfect transition. Hold on. Perfect transition. Who watched this game? Because this shit was crazy. So tell me, who was this?
So this was, I think the player. So okay, it was Atletico Ottawa, who's owned by Atletico Madrid, and they ended up winning. And the guy who I tuned in, I did not see the first bicycle kick, but that same guy who's a player from Mexico also scored the winning. The second goal, so he had a brace. He then, and I'm getting ahead of myself here in the explanation, but just amazing moment of, you tune in, you're watching, tuned in after the extra time. They cleared off a lot of the snow from the field, but it's obviously still icy and slippery. The ball is like bouncing all over. Like so you kick the ball, they can't do any long passes because the ball cannot roll on the field.
There's no control.
But this guy scores his
snow
brace,
control,
and then he immediately runs and he like falls into a snowbank and like pulls a muscle and he has to get taken.
Oh God!
He's fine. Like he got up and he was smiling, but he had to come out right away. He literally fell into the snowbank, like just like trying to slow down.
You know what? You know what's the biggest irony of all this of watching a game in the winter like that? I've actually experienced something very interesting. I watched the USA versus Costa Rica game where they're playing Colorado in that freaking blizzard snowstorm.
Costa Rica.
And guess where I was watching that?
Wow.
I was watching it in 100 degree weather in Honduras. I was there to watch a World Cup qualifying game in Honduras, and I'm looking at the TV, and then I see a blizzard storm, and I see the U.S. versus Costa Rica playing out. I'm like, oh, that's what I'm missing out.
Well, I'm glad you brought up that game, dude, because that's exactly what I thought instantly when I saw the screen. Like, Serena sent the screenshot, and I was like, what the hell is this? Like,
so they brought out the orange ball.
I love the orange ball. Everybody does.
Man.
But I couldn't believe it. Absolutely ridiculous. Jaymes, did you watch this game?
No, I just saw the highlights, and I was excited by it. I said it to you guys. I'm like, this is an incredible goal. And just like that moment, the way they captured it, like it starts from the corner kick and he just backs up and it's just snowing, cascading down upon them.
And every time the ball bounces, more snow comes up.
White golden fluff just raining down on them. They kick it's just picturesque. It curls in, it doesn't score, it pops back out, and then all of a sudden the play matriculates and you see them struggle against the elements.
The easiest of motions struggle.
It was so cool. Muddy.
As much as I was gonna say, as much as I would have liked to see a backdrop of a snowstorm in a Chicago Fire final here at Soldier Field, I actually might have preferred a nice, warm spring night watching them lift the trophy. I'm just saying.
It's
just give me a dome.
It's been a long time since we've been in
the
contentions for that. All right. So after this, if you haven't seen this Canadian game, you got to see at least pictures from it. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway,
picture now.
Son of a bitch! Now I have to do it anyway.
And next picture, post this time interviewer. This guy was interviewing a guy outside of a match, and it happened. And he's like, "Hey, did you know that there was a match that was played here a long time ago?" And this British guy is like, "Yeah, I remember that game." He's like, "No, really? What? No, wait. How?" He's like, "Whoa, you remember that game?" He's like, "Yeah, I played in it." And the interviewer's like, "What?" Insert video.
I am so mad at you. I am so mad at you.
Yeah.
But we've all seen this video, dude. It's been around for years, but it's beautiful.
Easy.
Wait. I just noticed. Is that a Havertz autographed jersey?
Yeah.
Holy crap! I got his rookie card.
Nice. Yeah, I got it for my birthday.
And now we've lost them.
I know. I just saw that. I'm looking at the two, and I'm like, oh crap, that's autographed.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it for my birthday last year.
I was gonna say it must have cost you a pretty penny, because
yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I didn't buy it. It was a very nice gift, but yeah, we wanted to get it framed, and we were thinking of hanging it framed.
Tell me it came with a COA. Tell me it came with a COA.
Oh yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, little
The little sticker, or it comes with a little card and this.
Yeah.
The Mark Grace, like the Mark Grace one here has a little card in the back. You scan it. Oh, look, it is signed by Mark Grace.
I can't say I know where that is right now, because I might have gotten rid of it when I got the gift, but definitely there was paperwork.
Well, you're not trying to flip it, so who cares?
I just popped the pack.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I have lost complete control over everything going on. We were going to talk about Wilford Nancy.
We're back.
We were going to talk about Wilford Nancy going to Celtic. Okay, let's sum this up in 30 seconds. Is Scotland better than MLS? And then B, will he get a better chance of getting a bigger gig out of Celtic or out of MLS?
If he can take Celtic. If we can take Celtic to the promised land,
yeah. I think yes.
All right. So
also, because Celtic
have
the ability to be in Champions League, Europa League, and at least be competing against those kinds of teams. So even if they're not doing well, he will have that exposure. I'm afraid to touch the first question. I know we've had some viewers.
No, don't ever be afraid of the viewers.
Not afraid to read your comments though.
No, never be afraid of the viewers. We eat our.
Speaking of
I don't know enough. Honestly, I don't know enough about it to say. I don't watch any games, any Celtic games or any Scottish Premiership games. So I have no idea.
I feel like I see them pop up on usually either Champions League or Europa League.
Well, I have Paramount Plus, so they be pushing that hard, and I'm Hearts till I die. So. No, honestly, I guess I'm biased, but I think MLS is easily better than the Scottish Premier League, and I think Celtic and Rangers would be top 5 teams in the league, maybe even, right? So
okay,
we'll
I agree with you. I agree with you, Toke, because here's the thing. So Scotland, small town. It's a small fucking town. It's a country.
Scotland. I was gonna say Scotland's a small town.
It's a small town, basically. No, what I mean by that is America's
conceptually
it's fucking huge, and so the amount of talent that America has is just going to trump anything that Scotland could put out. However, Scotland has the culture. Scotland's the birthplace. And Scotland has a couple things in it that can build a better overall soccer player when it comes to a 1-to-1, right? Is there that Scottish player out there? I don't think so, though.
They used to be able to build.
They used to.
Not anymore.
I don't think that exists right now, though, for Scotland. I feel like Pulisic is better than Scotland's best player.
Oh,
Scotland.
Hold on. Who is Scotland's best player?
Scotland's losing.
Exactly.
Scotland's losing to Cyprus now. Okay, it's not. They're not that good anymore.
They're not. But the league is different too, though. Like the league is different than the national team for sure.
How many Scottish players are playing?
Okay,
Celtic
well, their best player is Scott McTominay.
Yeah, well,
Serena knows him, and I do too.
It sounds familiar.
And John McGinn. That's their second
McGinn
best
is
player.
kind of.
Oh yeah,
out.
John McGinn is an EPL, right?
Does McTominay?
He was. Isn't he in
for
Serie A
anybody?
now? Or am I stupid? Don't answer that.
I'm looking up
So-
McTominay right now.
So
'Cause
just to
he's
lay
former
some.
Manchester United, current Napoli. Okay, current Napoli.
Okay, that's okay. So let me lay some knowledge on you guys. The Chicago
What's up?
land area, so suburbs included, is 10 million people.
Yeah.
Scotland has
Yep.
5.5 million people.
Exactly.
So we
Wow.
got twice.
Yeah.
I told you they're a town. They're like
Small town.
they're a suburb of Chicago.
Oh.
Very interesting. God damn it, people are gonna hate that.
Really,
All right,
they're
so-
they're like 20 suburbs of Chicago combined. You know, take
So-
Naperville.
So if you're Wilford Nancy,
Schaumburg.
do you do this move? That's my last question about this. Do you do
Yes.
this?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. You get European experience, and on top of that, you get into the Champions League, probably
Yeah.
if not the Europa League. If they take second, like Scotland still gets 1 or 2 seeds in the Champions League and the Europa
And
League.
you don't
pot,
get bogged down with the weird MLS transfer rules. Now
Fair.
you're basically
So. Exactly. Fuck
you
them.
you get a bag
Okay.
of money
Said
and you
himself.
and they'll tell you find whoever you want.
Messi said
Fair.
himself, "Fuck them rules."
So, all right, we've got a lot of fire stuff to talk about. So we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna end the segment, but 15 seconds for Serena's victory lap here. Tell us about it.
Oh yeah, Leverkusen. It feels like ages ago. Leverkusen beat Heidenheim, which is not the greatest accomplishment because they're definitely getting relegated and have barely won any games. I don't even know if
Heidi,
they've
I
won a
watched that
game this
movie
season.
way back 10 years ago. Heidi, right?
Heidenheim, FC Heidenheim, very small
Heidenheim.
club. I think they were promoted 2 years ago,
You never saw Heidi?
but yeah,
you
we
never
beat
saw
them
the movie Heidi?
6 years ago.
Classic.
I've never seen it.
No,
That's
no
classic.
idea what Heidi
Um,
is. Get out of here.
I don't know. I yeah.
It's a
But
Disney
yeah,
classic.
the takeaway from that game was just that it was insane. Heidenheim usually at least puts up a little bit of a fight. They're never going to win, but they'll usually fight. They had just tied Frankfurt 1-1, I think, the week before. Frankfurt's a pretty good team. Leverkusen just ran all over them. I think Heidenheim had 1 shot total, not on target. There was just 1 shot the whole game. And Leverkusen obviously had 6 goals and many more shots. So
You know
it
what
was
this
a nice.
means, though?
I think it was good. All Leverkusen fans needed it after not a great
Yeah,
stretch.
You know what this means now? Now they're gonna think they're gonna beat Bayern Munich, and then Bayern Munich's gonna put 6 in them. So
No, I
good luck
Yeah,
with
I
that.
mean, they're not going to be Bayern Munich, but
they're like, oh,
Can someone
we're world
please-
beaters now.
Bayern Munich, by the way, finally, they almost lost and they tied last week, so they are finally, their win streak is broken. Their players aren't looking too hot. I'm sure they'll still do well, but their next Champions League game is against Arsenal, and they're going to be down a
sound
player,
bitter.
Luis Diaz. It's
sound
just
bitter.
facts. I'm just reporting the facts.
Because
So
we're like in
just
November
report the
now.
facts.
We're like in November now. The season started in August, and they barely stopped their winning streak now.
They
Someone
just
sounds
No,
bitter.
dropped
it's great.
points,
Amazing.
right?
They were amazing.
Ooh, RB Leipzig.
This is
Try
this
to
is just the
challenge.
truth. Somebody sounds defensive, if I may say. This is the truth.
I'm just saying.
Brutal.
This is the truth.
You trying to diminish greatness. It's not. You can't
Yeah,
diminish
yeah.
greatness.
You can't diminish
Yeah,
greatness.
you got me.
However, Mönchengladbach in 12th place. I think they're going to be okay. They're going to be
They
okay.
Oh my
are
God.
so lucky about that. They're just lucky the rest of the table is so shit because they have 2 wins in their whole season so far. 2
Wow,
wins.
9
Wait, how are they
points.
12?
They're
How
9
are they
points
12?
in 12th.
Because
That's
everybody at
crazy.
Heidenheim sucks, Mainz sucks, everybody
Oh
else
my
sucks.
Mainz with
God.
5 points in 17th.
You know
5
what? They
points
should just
versus
name the
them.
Bundesliga. They should just rename the Bundesliga to the Bayern Munich League. Because it's just Bayern Munich just taking shots
Honestly.
at everybody. Bam,
Yeah,
bam, bam,
it's not
bam.
fun,
That's
but
it.
it's-
Except for
that's why
2023, 2024, when Leverkusen and
It was so
Stuttgart
fun when Leverkusen
beat
was
them.
putting up a fight. And Stuttgart, yeah, exactly. That was what was more fun, and that made the league much more fun.
You
It's
know
much
why?
less
Because
fun
Bayer
when-
Leverkusen got greedy. They sold their best player because they wanted the bag of
Oh,
cash.
No, they lost. I mean, Xabi Alonso left before that, and then they
Well,
were like,
yeah,
okay, well,
that's-
Xabi Alonso was the one who brought in all those players, and
That was
you know,
that
who
was
built
the
squad.
nail was
It's
Xabi Alonso leaving.
Okay.
And they left with it.
Guys, Mainz
I will
fall
say
off
also-
is shocking. They
Yeah,
they
it's
were-
Nobody
crazy. Oh, it's
cares.
crazy.
Nobody cares about Mainz.
I
Hold
care.
on. We're getting nobody cares about mites. Who do we are a fire
James,
podcast.
we're gonna do a Bundesliga podcast. We're gonna do a Bundesliga episode next time. You gotta be on it. We'll
Let's
talk
go.
about it. Don't worry.
Let's go.
Nobody cares about mites. Anyway,
although I will say it goes like MLS, EPL, Bundesliga, Extraklasse, everybody else. That's for
like and subscribe. Thank you. Good God. Welcome back, fellow enemies of the fire. Here we are for a bittersweet segment, which, for the most part, is sweet. I got to be honest. This was a very fun year to be a Fire fan. Guys, we were all at that final game. That thanks to Jaymes. Jaymes put on our last week's episode and really covered everything about the game, but. Let's at least mention that we all got together and it was a lot of fun at first.
Yeah,
that was an amazing tailgate. Andrew was frying up some dogs. It was freaking phenomenal.
Some veggies,
the music was banging.
You have to make the note
dogs
of that
too, and that was awesome.
Great veggie dogs.
Shout out to Andrew for the cooking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, shout out Andrew.
We got pelted by a soccer ball. We got we got a lot of great music from one of the bands that was like literally the next row over. That was just so fun. Mm-hmm. And then just kicking it with you guys just before the game. Fun. Honestly, we had it was just so fucking fun. Just kicking it there, having a blast.
Yeah, it was the most fun part of the whole.
That was because the game was miserable.
Game was not fun.
Start to finish, from start to finish, it was miserable, and it started with. The goalie.
You can laugh about it now.
Right?
Well, hold on. It didn't even start there. Serena, what other horribleness was going on before the first goal even happened?
Well, I don't know if this is what you're referencing, but I couldn't even get in because my ticket wouldn't pull up because there were so many thousands of people there. The infrastructure was not ready for the crowds, and the lines to get in were like just unlike what I've seen in a long time.
It was worse than the week before or 2 weeks before.
Yeah. Way worse. I mean, yeah, I guess it was because it was a weekend. I don't know. It was, yeah. So I made the rookie mistake of not loading my ticket onto my wallet. And then there were just so many people that it is. I will say I usually do it, but Andrew transferred it to me last minute, not to blame Andrew, but I was like, it's fine. I'll do it from the tailgate.
Blaming Andrew. Got it.
I am blaming him.
Hey, he's the one who buys the tickets, right? It's under his account.
But you know what?
Don't go blaming our number one fan.
Yeah, but don't blame it on the cook. Don't blame it on the cook. Don't blame it on the cook.
There you go.
It was my fault. But regardless, it would not have been a problem had not. So then once I finally got it loaded, then now we're 15 minutes into the game time and the lines are still, there's so many people out who haven't gotten in yet. So I bet most people didn't even get there until like the 20th, 25th minute. And I got there right in time to see the first goal. So that was great. Like literally as I'm walking up, I saw the goal. So yeah, it was, they definitely need to figure that out if they have that many people.
Yeah.
On top of that, so as you said, the game starts within 6 minutes, 30 so seconds, a goal, and a really abysmal one given up by Jeff Gall, the backup goalkeeper, who, to be honest, he's in such a tough spot there, filling in last second. You find out the night before.
I need to know Brady what happened to Brady. Do we know?
They found out the night before. I was reading in a Joe Chat's article in the latest episode, and I talk about it, that they found out the night before that Brady was not going to be able to be good to go the next day. They told Gall that night he would be starting. They didn't, it's a competitional advantage.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, I was going to say, here's the thing. Gall is a veteran in all this. Like, you would think the guy is trying to,
the last game he played was in July.
Yeah, but still, he is the veteran. He is the veteran. He is the veteran. You come in, you want to make a statement. You want to make a statement that you should be the number one guy. You want to be the protagonist in all this.
So
I think what ended up happening,
I think
he became the villain. He became the villain.
He did, because I think even bigger than talking about analyzing a game, because that's been done for weeks now. When the Fire fans when the crowd was booing our own keeper every time he touched the ball,
in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Oh, that was
people
so
were
bad.
pissed off
At first, when everybody was chanting like "We want Brady," they were like, "No, no, no." The guy next to me, I was like, let people boo. You know, you can boo your own guys.
Brady's
it's not a big deal.
I was like, no, don't do that.
If people want to boo, if people want, because I got flack on this on the fire chat. Because I said if people want to boo, let them boo. Like the man's a 100%. Professional, he needs to take it. They pay the ticket. They can boo. They can cheer.
100%. 100% agree.
Okay, whatever. It's all right.
And someone even said,
"Did it make it more fun for us as fans? Did it make it more fun? Did it make them play better?"
Someone was
Serena, I hated
that's what
it as
ruins
well.
the environment. That us booing our own fans, our own players.
Yes, Serena, I agree. I agree.
And it made it way less fun. I love booing. I love booing other players, but booing your own team, it starts feeling really nasty and like it just.
10 minutes.
We're not booing the team. We're not booing the team. We're booing one guy.
No, DPG. There is no I in team. There is no I in team in soccer. I dare you to win a game with one player. Go win a game with one player. Not even Leo Messi could do it.
No, you're right. You don't win. You don't win a game with one player.
They were booing the team.
A game with one because of one player.
Why are you booing him? Why are you booing him? He already knows he fucked up.
Because
obviously.
because
he messed up twice. He messed up twice.
You wanted to mess up a third time? He's going to be playing the whole rest of the game. You know they're not going to sub out another player. We don't fucking have anybody else. He messed up twice. Of course, everybody's gonna boo him.
Like this is Twitter.
Even more like shit.
Twitter.
No, yeah.
And now we have to watch this poor man play for us 60 more minutes, and we've all booed him now, and now we all feel great because we all are.
And there's nobody else on the bench. Brady's not there.
There's nobody else there, so he's.
You know what?
I would have expected.
Honestly, we deserve to have him concede way more goals for that. If I were him, I would have just stopped trying.
It was pathetic of the fans. Absolutely.
No, it's not pathetic. If people want to boo a single player, because we have done this before.
It's pathetic.
We have
done this. Do it.
We have done this before as Fire fans. We have booed
they can do it
individual players.
We are known to eat our own young.
You know, keep doing that because we are perfect. We're perfect. We have perfect record.
Because you know what? You got people.
We're perfect.
You got people. You got people that get all. You got people that got all butthurt. I'm like, oh my god, we're booing our own players. Oh my god, we don't support the team. I agree that we should boo the team, not the player. And it's like, look, the guy messed up twice.
DPG, what's more important?
Not that it's a moral thing. It's like
what's more important?
What is the benefit of booing?
Yes, what is more important to winning the game? Maintaining a fan's composure or maintaining a player's composure? So what's more important to winning the game?
You know what's the best motivator?
What's more important is the player's composure. What contributes to that? Fan support. What
you think those boos were motivating? You're cracked.
Hell yeah, it is.
Those boos were not motivating. Boos are not motivating.
No, he was standing near the right
setting. They can be
midfield.
In the right setting.
In the right setting, yeah, sure. Some types of I'm not saying there's no.
That's not.
There's no time where
you're at home.
A player, but that
you're the backup goalkeeper.
Where it was
you need to be supported.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
You could tell it wasn't like.
No. My thing is
I want
to
make a delineation.
You mess up.
Quick.
You mess up once. Go ahead.
No. Hold on. There's a difference. Okay, so this is what I was trying to get to that I didn't get to the second part of earlier, which is when he makes the mistake, boo the ever-loving shit out of him. But once it gets to the point where you're booing every time he touches the ball,
every time the ball comes,
that's
you know why?
Yes.
You know why?
To the point.
You know why? You know why they're booing him when he touches the ball?
Because they're losers, DPG.
No,
because they're fucking losers.
You know why they're booing him when he got the ball?
Losers.
Men doing that because they thought they were so funny. That's
losers.
No, you know why they were booing him when he touched the ball? You know why they were booing him when they were touching the ball? Because both times that he gave up a goal was because he held the ball too long.
Yes,
I would say he was at fault for all
he held the ball too long.
DPG, he wasn't ready for playoff speed. The last game he played was in July. It is playoff speed soccer.
I mean, you're supposed to be ready.
You're the veteran. You're the veteran.
Blame Greg.
I'm not
for not having him prepared enough.
Awful.
Blame Greg.
Performance was awful.
Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
That's one thing I'll give.
You can boo the guy. You can boo the guy at the game.
I think that.
And when the game's over, just leave it at that. But the fact is, I don't agree with is when people are tagging him on Twitter and stuff like that.
Yes, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
that's taking it too far. That's why
it was bullshit. Them attacking him at the game, like he's trying to win them the soccer game, and then you got the audacity to be a fan. Boo! You suck. Get off the field. There's nobody better.
It really did.
There's nobody better. You go in net, you fucking booer.
And the thing is, we've lost 3-0 before, but that was the worst. This game, the feeling was just bad, and that's when it turned. That moment.
We've lost 3-0 when it's a team effort, when the defense collapses, when the defense doesn't read the play. Well, we don't, we haven't lost.
I mean, maybe we just disagree. Maybe we disagree. If you think that loss is what. Exactly. Yeah.
All that collective negativity contributed and created the conditions. I'm sorry, I'm talking over Serena, but all that negativity contributed to the conditions that created what happened later, and so, that was it was just like burning on top.
So
of
here's
it.
the thing. So I would admit that I wasn't one of the ones that booed. I wasn't one of the ones that booed. But the one reaction I did notice where people were, it wasn't that they were booing. It was more or less, no, don't give him the ball back. I see people say, no, don't give him the ball back because
that's embarrassing.
Again, times that he got scored on was because he held the ball too long.
Exactly.
If he's actually holding the ball too long, then yes, make noise and boo. But they weren't booing every time he held it for too long. They were booing when the ball was coming to him.
Because they didn't want the third time. They didn't want the third time.
Yourself, DPG. Yeah. You just said they just said you were booing him to prevent him from holding it too long. I'm with you. They should do that, but they weren't doing that. They were booing him if the ball was if a player turned and looked like they were going to pass him. That's not constructive.
A lot of this
Serena,
whole negativity around
fans don't care. Fans don't care about being constructive. They care about running on emotions. That's what being a fan is. So I understand what DPG's point is, but I also understand Serena's point where I, as a fan, want them to win. What are the best conditions to contributing them to winning?
And I want
guess what?
And I'm
supporting them through the rough
spots. Yeah, we are part of that game. We can contribute. We can control.
And we could have helped them. Fire fans failed the Fire team. The Fire fans complete. No, fuck you, DPG. Fuck you, DPG. For this, let me tell you why.
Because I wanted to have a good time. I wanted to have a fun game, and that game ended up really not being fun. Like it was not. I didn't leave that game feeling good, and that's what I'm like. That's what I wish hadn't happened. And obviously,
and when I say fuck you, DPG, I mean that of course in jest. But but let me clarify my point.
Yeah,
it's the fact that what it eventually devolved into with the chant, that was unacceptable. That was absolutely unacceptable. And what led to that was all of this negativity, as I said earlier, voting against this goalkeeper. And then it just seethed and splintered into just gnarly little fire embers.
Anymore.
It was
We're
gross.
Not watching a soccer game. We're there to just jeer, and that is not
here's the thing. I'm gonna make 2 points. I'm gonna make 2 points out of this. So, first of all, if the Fire fans were not doing their job, that you will see a half-empty stadium, half-empty stadium, like we have seen before.
It would have been better. DPG, it would have been better with a half-empty stadium.
Hold on.
Absolutely.
Second,
it would have been better.
The fact that we had this whole snowball
effect. There was no support in that stadium.
The fact that we had this huge snowball effect was because as Fire fans, especially ones that came out of the woodwork, because from what I've heard, there's people saying that there was new people in Section 8 or whatever.
Yeah.
The ones that came out of the woodwork and all that, this was probably the first time, or prior to this, it was the first time of them finally tasting success with this club, and to see that, to devolve into that. Well, here's the hold on
to that petty
to see that, because you had people that literally came to the game because oh my god they're in the playoffs, but then to see that those mistakes from goal and all that and everything, it just kind of devolved into like this whole negative aspect. Because then all of a sudden they're like, you know what, screw this. This is the same team that I walked away 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years ago.
I'm a big baby. I deserve wins. I came all the way out here.
Yeah, the fans are the same losers. The fans might be the same losers overall, but the team is not. That's what I'll say.
Okay, can
the
I just
fans
say-
might be a bunch of
Just
fucking
moving on
losers,
really quickly.
but the Fire players are not
Is Brady hurt? Do you think, like, what happened to Brady that he wasn't able to play? I'm like, he better have fucking been hurt. No, I mean, I hope he's not really hurt, but
I think he got hurt in training.
Like, an injury. But like what?
Yeah,
like this was
they-
the
I know,
last game
they
of the
didn't,
season. I mean,
they didn't disclose that because all
they
of a
still
sudden
haven't disclosed it.
they still haven't disclosed that. And here's the thing: I think someone told me, because I'm like, you know what? If people want to boo, go ahead and boo, because we have booed a fire team before, well, the team itself. And I think someone said, "Oh yeah, but you have such an American mindset." I'm like, "Yeah, no shit. I live in the U.S. What do you expect?"
What's wrong with that? Wait, what's wrong with that?
Like I live in the U.S. I grew up here. Like what?
Am I supposed to have like a Russian mindset? Am I supposed to have a?
Well,
He's like,
U.S.
someone
cricket
actually said-
is going to be different than
Australian
UK
mindset?
cricket
Stuart.
too. It's,
Right?
it's not
someone
just in
said-
soccer.
I have to
Someone
live
said-
successfully in America.
Someone said, "Oh, you're looking at it as like if you were a baseball fan or a football fan," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, we live in the U.S. What do you expect?"
players in baseball unless you live in Philly?
Yeah.
I don't. That's not a thing.
No, not in
but here's it. So
Atlanta.
like,
man.
but I mean, here's the thing: if people want to get pissed off about it, let them get pissed off. At this point, I'm looking forward to next season. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't like the negativity at the end of all this. Like, I didn't like the fact that Gaul had to like silence his Twitter because people were, going crazy, making death threats and all that crap. Because it wasn't that serious, right? Our best guy wasn't there.
Yeah.
He, and that's fine. But the thing is, of course,
even, like,
at the same
even
time,
if it was Brady,
at the
it's not
same-
that serious. Like,
no.
At
the same time, though, is like you get a lot of people that are starved for success. And when they think they have it, when they think, oh my God, my team is finally going to do it for whatever reason, and it just evolves into all this, it just shows that, as Fire fans, like Toke said, we eat our own. Like, this club like needs to go through like some sort of like, well, it might have gone through some sort of exorcism this past playoffs. So
well,
I don't agree with it.
I will say,
who else is starved for success? Losers. That's who starved for success. And if you're a loser Fire fan, fuck off. We don't need you.
Yeah.
If you're a winning Fire fan and you want to make this club successful, and you want to believe, and you want to get them, and you want to up the men in red, you do
everybody
that.
In this,
you do that
everybody
with your
in this, everybody, all four of us here, we have stuck with this club.
We literally
probably
have a
longer
about it.
We stuck around this club longer than probably the normal person would have kind of stuck around on a losing team.
We care a lot.
We care. The fact is, you have individuals that come out of the woodwork because all of a sudden, oh my God, the Fire in the playoffs. I'm gonna jump on. I'm gonna dig out my old scarf
I'm gonna
and
be a soccer ultra.
I'm gonna
whatever.
Gee, that's a good point. So it seems like a lot of these fans who just kind of just hop back on the bandwagon, show up, sour the moment because they feel soured. And meanwhile, all of us who've been here for this whole season, and we're like, this is a good fucking start to the project. And we're seeing this. They're not seeing the same thing we're seeing. That's what's going on there.
They're still stuck on 2009.
Right. Well, let's wrap back around too, because let's not bury the lead. And again, I feel as though not only did Jaymes address this fine last week, but we have addressed this so many times on this podcast. But I'm gonna parrot something that somebody said. I felt embarrassed being in the crowd for hearing the chant. And the one thing I will push back on, and the one stance I will take that might not be popular, is that shit. That is not. I do not want that bullshit placed squarely on Section 8 and Sector Latino, because that shit was in the corners. That shit was on the side. That shit was everywhere. It was not.
Well, it kind of goes back.
I tried to make that clear in our last podcast. I tried to make that clear.
It kind of goes back to what we were saying, that
it was
you had all these
ubiquitous. It was coming from
you had all these random fans.
And on top of that, we had many a time where I heard the chant and it was literally silent crickets all around us.
Our section of people,
but yet our section gets pilloried.
Well, I know
as
the guy.
main
But there were
focus.
people doing it, but they were like up in the
Yes,
right
they were
above
up.
the section.
I don't know
and
if
they
you
were
remember.
all, not to generalize,
Yeah.
but like youngish guys who like were doing it and then laughing, looking at each other and being like, haha, like,
Yep.
right?
Chuckle fucks. Yeah.
Well,
got him.
you know that guy that was next to me was huge, right? Like he towered over Andrew.
Yeah.
And like he was big, and there
was
was some
huge.
kids like a little caddy corner in front of him that like did it, and he went over there and just talked to them for a split second, and they didn't do it
And all
again
he
the
said was,
rest of the
"Hey."
game.
And all he said was, "Hey, don't do that. Come on, knock it off." And everybody looked around. Everybody with fucking common sense looked around and was like, "Dude, the fuck? Knock
So-
this off. Come on."
You know,
It was-
it's
And then it
This
got
was
worse.
shitty.
And
It tarnished the
felt
whole
like
thing.
you're wearing the scarlet letter, which was not a good
You know,
thing back in the day.
embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to see our head coach having to come to the supporter section, trying to calm things down.
Yeah, and then
Captain
doing it again
Elliott,
after that.
Waterman,
like-
the same, begging, saying, "Please stop
And
saying
again, I
a
think
homophobic
part of what's
slur
difficult
to the
is
point
that
that
those
it might
again-
stop this
coming
game."
up, and they're talking to the wrong people. Like they don't know who's doing it. So
Yes,
they're
Now,
talking to
thank
separate-
you.
we got a
separate
comment.
units
We
of
got a
community.
comment in the last video saying, "Hey, it might not be a homophobic slur," and I'm sorry to break it to you, but I got Spanish buddies.
We did.
We did, and I'm sorry to break it to you, but I got
I've not
I got
heard that
buddies
defense
who
yet.
speak mucho español, much español, but and
Not
guess
you.
what? It meant
I
what
think-
exactly what they thought it meant, because what it means is what it's meant in the fucking moment, and it means one
Yeah, in context, and they were definitely
thing
using it
in
that
the context
on
of the moment.
purpose, Yeah.
Oh, it might be meaning something else. Now, I'm a free speech enthusiast. I am coming in from the aspect of you could say whatever the fuck you want to say. But
there are
I also come in from the
consequences.
aspect of, yes, I also come from the aspect of when you also probably should speak appropriately to the situation, right?
I think
And
I think
The situation was
more importantly,
not appropriate for bringing up that.
people should be more aware of their surroundings, because what someone thinks,
There's
oh,
kids.
it means something different
talk about the
somewhere
kids.
else.
Go to the game.
You know, it could mean something different somewhere else,
Sure,
but
sure.
it doesn't mean the same thing.
Regional
here.
dialect. Yeah, regional
You know.
dialect, sure.
Well, and it's such a known
it's not a
quantity
nice
at
word
this fact
regardless,
you're
right?
doing it specifically to
Yes.
be the biggest possible
Yeah.
asshole you
Especially
can.
when-
100%.
Warned. The game stops, and we're warned not to do it. There's
How many times? At least 3. At least 3.
yeah,
Anyway,
and they should
I
have
didn't.
stopped the
So-
game, and they should have suspended the game. But
I think so.
Yeah, I
Getting
think
off
so.
topic.
I didn't. Yeah, I really didn't mean for us to talk about the game this long. But here's the
Yeah.
thing: Philly plays with no honor.
No, that shit.
Anyway,
Dude, that shit rubbed off on me so bad. It made me feel so. Because you do a lot of stuff.
I am
don't know.
I'm
a
looking
type
forward.
of person who does reflection, and thinks about the things I'm a part of, and that was not a thing I liked to be a part of. What I liked being a part of was celebrating the Fire's great season. I loved that. I did not like how all of them, every single player and coach and staff, everyone in that stadium was disappointed, including me, was so disappointed in their fans. Greg couldn't even come over and face the fans after that successful season. What an embarrassment.
yeah,
on the
they
fans
were scared
that
you
they
could see.
A
caused
lot of
that.
reticence. Yeah.
They induced it. Because
Yeah, the
Greg went
players
over
did not
it's an
want
and it would have been
embarrassment.
like, great season. Fuck yeah, Greg. Fuck yeah, Men in Red. Great job. We'll get him next year, maybe. But
You know,
I think we got a great thing going here. I'm fucking excited. Instead, it was like indigestion. Ooh, I ate too much Portillo's. Ooh,
it's just sad
I
how it
agree.
all
I
ended.
ate meat and I'm a vegan.
I can't wait
Ooh.
for Philadelphia to
It
get
did
knocked
not
out.
fit well.
Nah.
You know,
I
it
can't wait
just
for
sad
Philadelphia
how
to
it
knock out
ended.
United. I can't wait to
But-
play Philadelphia next year, and I hope we.
Oh, I can't wait I cannot wait for him to come back
How
next year.
about Philadelphia
I will say,
players?
talking about
How many scumbags?
acceptable conduct, those guys, I was like, I've never seen anything like that. And I know they're allowed to do whatever they want, but I've never seen that level of just conduct from a professional athlete. Like coming up with
Scumbaggery
and
or douchebaggery.
sucking on their thumb
Yeah.
at us and like flipping it, like all of that. And I know they were mad about the chants and everything, but they were doing it before that. They did it their first goal that they scored. I mean, they were just
Oh, yeah.
being
No,
assholes.
somehow
Yeah.
we were in their
they were
heads
being
for
assholes in game
something.
one. Exactly. I think we
Yes, they
got
were.
them mad because we deigned to tie them at home for their first game, and they thought they were going to win, and that must have really pissed them
How
off
dare
because
we.
they came in game, they came in hot, and we were their target. The players, the fans. I mean, so I'm looking forward to next year. I hope we, with our new signings and the team getting better, I hope that we can beat their asses next year.
All right. Well, it's talking about improving the team. Huge, gigantic, massive news. So we've already done some business here. So Franco on a permanent deal. Everybody okay with taking a swing on that because he's not a DP?
Yes.
He's injured, but
Excellent.
he was great.
Yes.
He was
Tabled.
really good.
And he's already on his feet, so.
Yeah, well,
He was playing basketball. I saw him shooting free throws. And I'm like,
he's at the Bulls game.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. And you
That's
know
helpful.
who else likes Bulls games? True Marty tweeted about it a little bit earlier today. I sent it to you guys. There was
I saw that too.
Arno Suke.
Yep. Brady, Gutman, Elliott, Zimmerman, Walker Zimmerman. That fucking float your boat? Oh yeah, that floats my boat.
Yeah, everyone wants him.
Saletros, who is the new player that they just signed, Saletros.
Friend for Zinc.
Anton Saletros, permanent deal from AIK from Allsvenskan, the top level of men's in soccer in Sweden. He's 29. He's here till 2028. But what
do we know about him? I'll
give
nothing.
you more.
He doesn't score. He doesn't score a lot. He's
got 19 appearances for Sweden's national team, including their recent UEFA 2026 World Cup qualifiers, which did not go well.
Yeah.
He's a veteran option.
I think he's brought on to play with Zinc, and he's another Scandinavian, and maybe
he's
has similar.
Footed. Yeah.
Is he a destroyer like a DM, or he's more like an MC?
Well, that's the thing. Is he going forward? Is he like you said, a destroyer?
Because his stats don't show that he is he's not much from the attacking side. He might just be like I wouldn't even say a playmaker. Maybe a guy that is part of the cog. I don't know.
Is he a warm body for when Franco comes back? I don't know. And this is funny. I'm at that point now where I trust the fire again. So it's like, okay, they signed the guy. He's got to be decent,
you know what?
right?
You know what? You know what?
And we signed him.
Yeah, there was a lot of.
It was really immediate.
Yeah,
right.
They pulled off Zinc.
Yeah, well, so I don't know, man. I'm looking for I think those are two solid moves. We definitely need a lot of things. A backup striker. We need more center back help. We need
a starting goalkeeper.
We have goalkeeper.
One. Yeah, Brady might not be here. There's teams sniffing around. Brian Gutierrez might not be here. There's Club America sniffing around.
I know, but you didn't finish reading the list. You didn't finish reading the list. There's another name that stuck out from that list from Marty Party's post.
I lost it. Hold on 1 second.
Who was it?
Yeah.
No.
Hold on. Here
keep reading on the list.
Hold on, I lost it. I'm pulling it back up.
He lost it. Who was it?
It's on the chat. It's on chat.
Saletros, Franco, Bamba. I'm going to pass over this name. Zinkernagel, Kuipers.
You didn't want to say the name.
And Antoine Griezmann.
The dream.
Oh my God.
That's actually a solid team.
Swoosh, baby. Swoosh, baby. Brady, Gutman, Elliott, Zimmerman, Waterman. Elliott, Zimmerman, Waterman, 3-back pairing. Saletros, Franco, Bamba, Griezmann, Zinkernagel, Kuipers. Swoosh.
That team is scary, man.
Good luck, son. Good luck, Messi.
Does Griezmann fit in the team the way we play now?
Yes! Great,
dude.
Griezmann,
we need somebody to pull the strings.
Make it fit.
Who cares?
Make it fit.
Okay.
Imagine him and Franco pulling the strings in the midfield.
And then Zinkernagel.
And Zink. And Bamba.
It'd be ridiculous.
So, I guess
Holy
we're getting
crap.
Griezmann. He's a DP, right? So then that's the DP off the table.
He has to be the DP.
So then, are we signing Walker Zimmerman? He'll only play half the year. Who's going to play backup striker? Because we have to pay.
We need a backup striker. Unless that other guy's coming back.
No, because then we pay like New York another $400,000 for no reason.
We don't want. I don't want the other guy. I don't want.
Antoine,
what's his face?
Guys, I got to temper expectations real quick because I want to update one thing. Antoine Griezmann
He has a
is
contract.
signed until June 2027 with Atletico Madrid.
Yeah.
So
his Atletico Madrid never sells players.
Unless they're coming in for a transfer with a transfer for him, which is
why wouldn't you?
Possible.
If he's already a DP, who gives a shit?
Guys, I'm throwing my. I lost my. I can't hear you. I'm gonna have to plug my shit back in. 12 million. 12 million quid.
Griezmann?
For Antoine Griezmann.
Let's do it.
Come on.
Then we got money left over.
More.
Let's do it.
You wouldn't
we
pay
spent
that.
more
He's
on
well from Madrid too.
12 million. I would pay that today. However, that's assuming I was still playing in Champions League. I'm not going to get a lot of money for MLS. So it's like, what is the benefit of spending that money?
No, I
can't believe he's only 12 million. Yeah.
12 million.
I
he's 34 years old.
Ooh.
Yeah, but still.
Ooh.
He's 34 years old. So
he's still good. He's still scoring goals.
If the Fire can get it for 10 million, that's a better deal than Shaqiri.
Is Antoine Griezmann our backup striker?
No way.
His last game, he had a brace in his last game. He's yeah.
And dude would fucking wreck MLS and then score swishes at the United Center with the Bulls players.
Serena are tied to European soccer.
He'd be like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan playing golf earlier in the day. Playing golf earlier in the day and then winning championships at night. Griezmann would be playing golf earlier in the day with a couple of the Bulls players, a couple of the Cubs, the White Sox players.
That will be
and they come win championship
man.
In MLS at night.
That will be a stacked midfield. Just think about it. Franco, Griezmann, Bamba, Zink, Kuipers.
Okay, now do the defense. How many people was that?
Hey, are we rating? Are we giving grades? I feel like we should. We're going through the players, right?
Yeah, we might.
Okay, I guess at this point you're right. At this point, so we have a very special treat for you people.
Let's dig in and close down.
After we got really into talking about like treating people well, we're now going to grade them on how they are as human beings. We're now going to evaluate them.
Not as how they are as human beings, as soccer players.
Who you'd let your daughter take on a date, whatever they say in those viral videos.
Not Stefan Diggs.
Okay.
Oh man,
have you seen that one? That was a video with the Vikings, and they're like, "Who would you on this team would you not want your sister taking out on a date?" And they're all,
and every player said
Vikings
Diggs.
player was like, Stefan Diggs. It was just like,
all right,
oh.
Chris Brady. What do we think? I said B+. If he was an A, we would have won more games.
I like your B+ shout. I'm going A-, B+. Wasn't a stellar. I feel like it could have been a better year. He had injury. He had a couple injuries pop up, various back things, a couple things, and also it's got to be A though because more times than not he stood on his head. More times than not he was one of the reasons why they were winning the games early in the season. Because they were defensively shit.
Amazing. He's great on the line. I don't know that he does as much. He needs to work on the rest of his play. He can't play from the back at all.
Better in golf.
On Jeff Gall, but who of us remembers the first game of the season this season? I mean, Brady made a lot of errors, and then he stopped playing out the back, and it got better. But if he wants to, there are things he could work on that aside from just making saves and playing on the line.
For sure.
So I agree. A B+, A-.
I wonder if Gregg might be wanting, he's replaceable in Gregg's system because Gregg could get a better goalkeeper. Yeah, Ederson. He could get a left back to go play goalkeeper for his system. And that's what a lot of, people are doing. Jeff Gall, I got to give you a D. I'm sorry, Jeff Gall.
Oh my God, he played so well earlier in the season. I say C.
I know.
Earlier, yeah.
I know, but I'm putting his
question moments, I guess.
When he was needed, because when you're a backup, it's when you're needed, and we needed him to be better than he was that night. C-, D+ is where I'm at.
All right, C-.
C- I could go because he had good season play. But damn, when we really needed him, when the game mattered,
so bad.
D+.
Look, DPG wants to give him an F so bad.
You know what? I would like for him to be replaced by a hungry, determined young goalkeeper that's ready to step in when the right moment comes. Because you know what? Eventually, we might not gonna have Brady, but we also need somebody that's gonna challenge for that one spot.
Well, I mean, Gall did play well when called upon earlier in the season. He just crumbled at the worst possible time.
Guys, we have been like the Fire have been like the Green Bay Packers with quarterbacks, with goalkeepers sometimes, not every time, but lately with Gaga and the transition to Brady, we have been honestly gifted with when we put Brady in, there was no hiccups. Like it was just like boom, solid play from a 20-year-old right away.
Especially after I don't remember who was the replacement for Slonina whenever Slonina was out. Whoever that replacement was, guy was god awful.
No,
Richie, right?
Yeah, Richie.
Yeah, it was Richie
or whatever. Yeah, that guy sucked.
I forgot his first name.
Horrible.
Yeah, he was
not as bad as Richard Sanchez. Oh my God, Matt Lamson, Richard Sanchez. Anyway, no, we can't. Stop. All right, outside defenders.
Right.
Amari Glasgow. I say now the way I rated the players was against themselves. So what I expected out of an Amari Glasgow,
that's a good
I got a B instead.
You can't grade Amari Glasgow against Zinc. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So Amari Glasgow, I gave a B because he didn't play a ton, but when he did, clutch.
I thought he was actually really good. He didn't play long enough for him to get higher than a B.
If he was that good, guys, why isn't he still on the team? He's loaned out.
He's really young.
C+.
He was like 19, right?
Yeah, he's like 19, and he's like killing it.
You know what? I think the fact that he left was probably like a management decision because he does take up
international.
An international slot.
Because he actually just won Sportsman of the Year in his home country of Guyana. Was it?
That was awesome.
For
yes, he did.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. All right,
that's awesome. I'm excited for Amari Glasgow, despite my grade of C+ for him.
This is like our class of '92 with these kids.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get back to it. Jonathan Dean, the most meme player on the planet. Jonathan Dean gave us an A version of Jonathan Dean. He couldn't give us any more.
Yeah.
He is not a starting level MLS player.
A-.
He might have been a B+.
I'll go A- with Serena. Because you're right. He played out of his mind. Was he standout every game? No. Was he dependable? Yes. Game in, game out. And that was surprising.
For the game against Philly, he was really bad against the game against Philly.
He was.
Yeah, so he's like a B+.
In crucial moments,
Yeah. All right,
DPG,
Justin Reynolds. Reynolds.
B+ for him.
B+?
B+ for him.
All right, I had a B, but B+, I can be convinced. Leonardo Barroso, my bad.
Man, it started with an A, but
I say C.
What happened?
Injuries got to him. His play started diminishing. He went from an A. You know what? Yeah, he ended as like a C.
Jaymes.
He had one really good cross into the box. That's all I can remember from him.
Jaymes,
that awesome game against Dallas.
Yes, mentally faded.
You're the one who always says it. What's the best ability?
Availability.
Perfect.
Reliability. Dependability.
The best ability is availability when it comes to sports. And Leonardo Barroso has none of that. Sorry.
All right. Andrew Gutman.
A+.
He's an A. He's an A.
Plus.
I only gave one person.
He got better and better.
An A+.
And I gave him shit for his defense.
I can guess
yes, he's not good at defense. He's great at offense. Man
And-
never quits.
Talk about availability. Our number one, we played every single game.
Iron
And that
Man.
counts for a lot.
A plus.
Yep.
A
Iron
plus
Man.
from Andrew Gutman. He blew me away this season. I did not expect to see what we saw out of Andrew Gutman this season. I expected way less. I expected Brandon Vincent levels. This was not Brandon Vincent levels, guys. This is Andrew Gutman levels.
3 offside goals, and one of them was a real goal, and it was like a crazy corner, or like a crazy. It was meant to be an assist, and it went in. I will be riding that high forever. That was so great.
That was amazing.
Look, man, I give Chase Gaspar an F.
No, he didn't play. Stop it. All right.
He didn't play.
Not
F for
after
injury. F for being
All right.
injured.
I wouldn't know
center
Chase
backs.
Gaspar if I didn't know Chase Gaspar. So
Right.
Yeah.
No.
I saw him walk
Center
down the street,
backs.
yeah.
Center backs. Jack Elliott. I say B plus. He looked nervy at times, and the fact that we so desperately are trying to fill a spot next to him, you know what I mean? Like I don't know.
B
I say
plus
B plus
feels right. B plus
B
feels
plus
right.
is good.
But
I like him as
I
captain.
wanted
I think he brings something, but he doesn't. He's not always reliable, and he makes mistakes sometimes.
I wanted to give him an A minus at the start of this because of his captaincy. I think that his leadership has been crucial to this team. There's a lot of stuff we don't see, guys. There's a lot of stuff that we aren't privy to see.
Right.
And I feel like the captain Elliott has brought some, and so that's what elevates me from his B plus B-ish, really. It's really, he played center back at B-ish. As a leader, the dude was an A. Solid A. I won't give him an A plus. I won't give him an A minus. Dude was a solid A. You remember when he went down in that game? We knew he wasn't coming out.
Yeah.
Dude is a leader. Really loved what I seen out of Elliott. And if he gets
I forgot his head was all wrapped up.
Yeah, the mummy.
All right.
Carlos
Tehran. I said the C.
I miss him.
That's C?
No.
What?
I mean, only because he only played half the season.
Were you watching the same Tehran as us?
Remember the Miami game where he kept Messi in his back pocket?
I do remember. So did I
He
underrate
didn't play
Carlos
for long enough,
Tehran?
though, and he was.
Here's the thing. Tehran had this weird habit of. Tehran had this weird habit where he'll play 1 or 2 games really good, and he'll just be horrible. You know.
Way. C plus.
Okay. And another game. Yeah.
All right, Sam Rogers.
I think last season I'd give him higher.
Oh.
Sam Rogers? Who?
I said
Sam
B. I like Sam Rogers.
I gotta say, Mr. Rogers.
He's just
Mr.
sort of
Rogers
there,
was a B plus for me. Like just coming in, filling in a spot.
Now that's going a bit too far. No, I'm kidding.
He's like a C minus for me.
C minus. My God.
Yeah, I'm like a
parlay. Why? I want to hear.
He was the hole in the defense. It was like whoever was next to Jack Elliott was like the hole in the defense.
Well,
guys, we're
speaking of,
I don't see cups here. Okay, never mind. I read cups.
So speaking of Joel Waterman,
at night,
which I gave a C. He played really well the last couple of games, but it took him a minute to get going, and we got him pretty late in the window.
I can't blame that. I'll give him a B minus C plus. C plus seems appropriate. B minus seems like a little bit of an oversell, but literally, I gotta say, B minus B ish for the last several games because him and Elliott, they just made for the best pairing that the Fire saw this season.
They bonded together. Now, speaking
they really did.
Of bonding, Omar Gonzalez, I said C minus because I think
F.
See, I want to say F, but I feel like his leadership around the locker room is probably the whole reason.
He probably would have been better going into a coaching role than taking up a spot.
He probably will. I'm sure he will. I mean, he seems like a nice guy. Andrew and I were, when we went to that Revolution game, we were sitting really up close and we could see him like leading the warm-ups, and he definitely is a leader, and I'm hoping he goes into that even as soon as next year.
I'll say this, I totally agree with the assessment as a player. Omar Gonzalez, D minus as a player, D in that range. As a leader, A as a leader.
I mean,
where does that
put you? He was a
you?
great player too. He was.
And his buddy lives in Chicago too, Mike McGee. So if he needs a place to crash, he can.
I saw a recent picture of them, like kind of recreating their day out or their day off.
I like
man,
Omar
Serena,
at this club.
Oh man,
She'll be right back. I like Omar. I like Omar at this club, and I do hope that he stays on as some sort of coach in some capacity. And I would not be surprised if Greg makes it happen because Greg can make it happen.
So before we move to the mid or to the next person, Serena, did you get a chance to watch that Mike McGee's day off?
I did. It was funny.
My God,
seeing young Omar was kind of a jump scare, but
oh my God, to be an MLS fan back then, to get that much like love, like your head exploded. It was like, oh my God, Thierry Henry actually spoke to other players.
Yeah,
I know that was crazy. I couldn't believe that. Did we cover cups? So Christopher Cups.
Man, chomping at the bit for Cups here.
Yeah, Christopher Cups.
I loved Cups. Everything I saw, I loved Cups.
Isn't he a
kid? Isn't he a kid?
He's like 16 years old, bro.
Yes.
He's a prodigy, bro.
I'm loving what I'm seeing out of Cups.
He played like 4 or 5 times. It's got to
be B+, A-, somewhere.
Yeah, I said
kid.
B.
Kid. And he looked like a veteran.
I'm more excited.
Remember the days of Jonathan Campbell? You remember those days? This dude came in with like a veteran presence.
You're scraping at the bottom of the barrel there with the MLS stuff, man. I remember Jonathan Campbell.
Oh God!
Cheers
all right.
I'm giving him a B-. I think he can be better in the future, but he just didn't do enough for me.
Oh my God!
Come on, it was a kid versus men.
I'm really looking forward to that. Like Omar Gonzalez. God damn it! No, Amari Glasgow, Christopher Cups, Sergio Orhel, all these kids I'm really high on, man.
Yeah.
Anyway,
another year seasoning after this season?
I
could be better.
To the midfield. All right, one of my favorites here, Sergio Orhel. I gave him an A.
Wow. A. I totally agree.
Okay. Really?
I agree. Orhel impressed me all season long. The dude's 19 years old. Dude, they got Kevin Sullivan over at Philadelphia, and they're like sucking his fucking 16-year-old nuts, and we got a fucking 18-year-old, 19-year-old player who's better.
I don't know.
Right
I've
off
said
the
this
bat.
Before. I don't like giving extra points just for being young. Like, that's cool, but I don't think he was that good. I don't think if the same player played and was 24,
dude started
we'd be losing our minds.
15 games.
Well, hold on, though.
Orhel became like an old head at times. However, he lost it in that last game, got that red card, right?
Yeah, that
was so stupid.
It was, but I don't know, man. You kind of need a couple of those in your career. You got to do that every now and again.
I like Orhel.
I'm a huge.
I like him fine. I don't think he made enough of an impact for me to give him an A, which feels like we've been not giving people A's.
I feel like he throughout the season. This is why
he's one of the best players on the pitch, like top 3. I don't know.
No,
he was the secret sauce the whole first half of the year.
I think so. As a 19-year-old, he was always reliable. It was weird. I'm like, how are we able to rely on this 19-year-old?
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy in all this is that he was riding the bench for like the past season or two.
Right.
And it wasn't until Greg took over that all of a sudden this kid started shining.
I mean, think about it. He took Kellen Acosta's starting role. Greg Berhalter came into a team with Kellen Acosta.
I can give him like an A-. I'll give him an A-. Right. I just don't think he's an A. Like, I don't think I'm great. It's great he came in. He's great. He's young. He's great. He's reliable. I don't think he was like astounding when he came in.
Oh, you're not going to be happy.
Serena, you could fight for the B though. You could fight for the F. I love it.
I'm going A-. A-.
Okay. We'll get okay. So
we got TPG back.
We nope. So okay. Mauricio Pineda. I said a B.
C plus.
B-.
I think B is better than my C plus. I gotta say, he didn't impress me this year. However, guess what he did?
But he was there
every fucking time he came in. Reliable. Yeah, he really was
reliable. Yes.
I think I'm giving a little too much shit here when I'm thinking about the C plus. I expected more. out of Pineda because of how much time he's been given over the past few seasons.
Yeah.
He's been given a lot of time over the past few seasons. I expected a little bit more out of him. However, I got to say, when he was called upon, dude brought home the bacon.
I like that
did
he was
appreciate it.
clearly okay with the role of being a sub. Like he's not going to be starting, and he was fine. Like he came in, he did the job, he wasn't complaining. There was no attitude or anything.
I was hoping
And
he
I
had the
think
talent
that worked.
to fight for more. But yeah, he has accepted where he's at, and that's okay. And if he can still be a bit, think about what he did on this team. Came in, fill in a role, fill in a job. Really liked what I saw out of this year out of Pineda. You know who I loved this year? I gotta say it is my favorite player in the midfield, bar none. Jay Davila, as some like to, as like announcers like to call him.
I said A.
Who has Noah's name?
Serena, if you weren't happy about Orhel.
But Jay
I can get more behind him.
Jay Davila,
I still don't know that I'd call him an A, but
I wouldn't call A. I would go A minus. I'll go A minus.
A minus.
His height
across the whole
his
season.
height A plus. His height is A plus. You
His
can't teach
physicality. Yeah, he took a few games. If I'm doing my grading over, the whole time and how he played the whole time, he did take a few games to. I know we were all. I feel
he took a few games.
Past episodes,
really
we were all like, I don't know about this guy. He's shaky.
The first game, he made Toke super, and Toke, you did not like him.
I was
the red card, and
and all of us were like, we all were like, that first game made us.
That's why
nervous,
I'd give him.
But he grew.
I'd give him an A minus.
Gosh, he grew so fast.
Most improved, definitely.
You guys got me at the A minus. All right, so we're not gonna have so DPG is gone for the evening. So everyone, so long, farewell, Avita.
Adieu.
Thank you. All right.
Adieu.
So I wanted to hear. I wanted to hear a big argument between us and then DPG trying to give this man an F, but Brian Gutierrez. I mean, B to B plus in my opinion.
B plus makes sense.
I could be B.
B plus makes sense. B, I really like, because man, did that man provide a spark when we needed it. That's pushing me to B plus. When we needed it, Brian Gutierrez was the spark this team needed. He really could act upon things. His consistency in the first part of the year, that's of course going to last few years, 2 years. The question has been, can he bring that consistency? No, he wasn't able to. He wasn't able to bring it this year. He wasn't. Sorry to break your bubble.
It's just so hot and cold. I mean, you can't count. Sometimes you bring him on and he, like you said, he would provide a spark. Sometimes you bring him on and he's just so lackluster and does nothing. I think DPG would be saying he's not a playmaker and we need a playmaker. And I think sometimes he was brought on to be a playmaker and was not doing that. So.
And there were times where he was brought on and he made plays. And so it is wild because, yes, and it was that inconsistency that ultimately really hurts him. I'm looking at this next name and I'm wondering if I'm DPG because Kellen Acosta, F. Who the fuck? I mean, a big F. Who the fuck is that? I remember this guy. I remember him scoring last year.
Before this episode, I was talking to Andrew about what the grades would be, and I was giving mine, and I think I said F, and then Andrew said it should be like a W, like he withdrew from the class. Because when was the last time?
I haven't seen this guy. So, when did we ever see Kellen?
You don't see Kellen. Here's what I'm going to say. If you ask every single human being who had access to the locker room of the Chicago Cubs in 2016 who won the World Series, it would be different. All of us say Ben Zobrist. All of them say Jason Hayward.
It was Ben Zobrist.
It was Jason Hayward because he was the one who inspired them, they said. Yeah. So Kellen Acosta, as the leader on the bench, bumps it to a C for me.
Leader of the candle vigil. I mean, like, what did this guy do? I mean, I can make a case. For what's his face? Omar Gonzalez. I can make a case for some of these other players who've barely impacted the game. Kellen Acosta, he sold more candles than he got minutes this season.
It does feel like how many players are we going to be like, oh, but they were like great leaders in the locker room. Like there can only be so many slots for that.
That was the second one.
I'll give it to him that he jump-started. He kind of
need two of them.
He created what we saw this season. He is most
Well, he is
most directly responsible for this season. What we saw outside of Joe Mansueto, who has got the dollars and the bucks to pay for it. But Kellen Acosta is the most responsible for what we got to see this season, the inspiration, the fact that Greg looked at this team and was like, you know what? There's something I could figure out here.
Well, let's bring us all back down to earth. Ramonique Kwame.
Oh, man. Guys, I really want to – I got to hear this because I'm so confused about this guy. I'm so confused about this Kwame because with Jay Davila – I see it. With Zinkernagel, I see it. We all see it. With Waterman, took a few minutes too, but I see it. Kwame.
Well, he was injured
time and time again. I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
And it feels like he was the kind of player who every time he came on, if he did come on, because he was injured, but whenever he
could have played Pineda over him.
It's like the team looked worse when he came on, which is
I mean,
not a good sign.
It evidenced by he got Ricardo Clark'd by getting pulled 20 minutes into the game. You know what I mean?
In the wild card was that?
It was in the Philly loss.
It was the Philly loss that he got pulled.
Yeah, because Orhel was out with the red,
and he was. Guess what? He was embarrassing Greg. Embarrassing Greg.
All right,
and Greg realized it.
Let's get out of this doldrums.
So no,
Andre
Kwame
Franco.
D. It might be an F for Kwame. It might be an F.
I say D, but I feel
give me the case. Give me the case. Why not of total failure?
Because he functioned on the field. It wasn't like fire teams of old where literally you had 11 people. You cobbled together 11 people that could possibly start.
Yes.
And then after that, it was is this guy a professional player?
I do remember times of success for Kwame, but it was so infrequent.
It was. All right, Andre Franco. We're very high on him.
I don't remember Franco
A+
at all because it happened in the middle of the season. I was kind of tuned out. You could check the podcast.
Oh, but when he played, he was a professional.
I was like, Franco?
There was a different level. Like him and Zink together, when again, like you're saying, I think it's true. Franco, it's hard to remember because he got hurt and we only got him mid-season, so he only played a few games. But when he was on, it was like you could just tell him and Zink were on a different level than the rest. Like they were,
and he played with Avila so well.
I can think
it was like having two Premiership level players that understood each other. Meanwhile, everybody else is just a championship player.
Yeah, so with the Franco thing, I think he was a B because I honestly think he just the problem was he shit the bed so horribly his first game that it still is a little stink on him, but he played so well every other game.
I remember us saying that because that was against Philly, right? And we were like, that was his first game. He gets thrown on, and we're already losing. And
God, I think I hate Philly.
But yeah, I'll give you that.
All right. I think I rated this kid too high because he played 5 games. But Sam Williams, we were a big Sam Williams podcast.
We were stunned. We were surprised. I gotta say, I was surprised.
I literally don't. I can't think of that guy.
When he was in there, B plus. There was a couple B minus, C plus performances. I mean, the kid's a fucking kid. But
I don't remember this kid at all.
Yeah, he was a Fire 2 kid.
He was early in the season. Sam Williams came in and he did a job.
It was pre-Kwame, pre-Avila.
There were times where it was Sam Williams and Orahel literally holding up the world like Axis.
It was
the fucking
beautiful.
Greek demigod or whatever it is. And he wasn't as good as Orahel. Orahel earned so much more time. But Sam Williams in his limited time, really impressed. I got to say, he 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid did a job in MLS.
All right, so Harold Osorio played 1 game, and I gave him a C, and now I remember, didn't he have a breakout game in the U.S. Open Cup too? But I would have.
Don't remember him.
Yeah, he barely played. Anyway, to the attackers.
Yes.
Hugo Kuipers, A. I say A.
A.
I mean, unbelievable goal scorer.
I would
I
say
think he's sometimes to the wayside because Zinc is so great, but I think we forget how good like I'm always like tempted to be like, oh, A-, and then you're like, wait, he was competing in number of goals with Messi at one point. Like
A. Absolutely A. I remember when we had our previous Golden Boot winner, and he was fucking incredible with how he linked with the team. Now, Kuipers is able to do his own thing at times. Kuipers links with the team and then also able to do his own thing. And then his effort.
Oh, yeah.
Is
he
incredible.
out-efforted the guy they signed to be the effort guy for him to take a rest.
Oh, without a doubt. And not to mention what we saw in that last playoff game. You remember that goal that was called back against Guti, who scored off his elbow. It wasn't a goal, unfortunately. It bounced off his elbow. That goal was directly inspired by Hugo Kuipers. I guarantee you, without Hugo Kuipers scoring the goal he did a few weeks before, Gutierrez is not doing what he did there.
Oh my God, you're right.
Think about it.
Hugo
They're
goal
totally
was
linked.
Beautiful.
They're totally linked.
You're right.
And that almost was a game changer for the Fire in that game. That could have almost brought us back into the game. It would have been amazing.
Well,
but Hugo Kuipers' effort is inspiring, and so is Brian Gutierrez. They both give a damn. And I loved what I saw to Hugo this year.
Oh my God. Yeah, Hugo, amazing season. Thank you. Please stay around. Jonathan Bamba, here's where we're going to fight. I say A-.
I wish I had Serena here. It's B-. Thank God Serena's back. Serena, you're back for the argument. You're back for the argument if you can handle it. Jonathan Bamba. I'm saying B-. Toke is saying A-.
I was just going to tell her what the two scores.
It's tough. I feel like because I actually would be more willing to give him a better grade now, but I feel like I haven't been that charitable in that way to the rest of the players. So I'm going to have to go I'll go B+. I think he's another one who just improved massively for me, and I think there are a lot of things about him that obviously I was like, that's so frustrating. He just like cannot finish a one-on-one. He can't finish at all, like, but I think he got better at that a little bit. And he does so much else on the pitch that I'll give him.
He really does.
I don't know that I'd go so far as an A-, but maybe B+. A- for the second half of the season, maybe B+ for the whole season.
Okay. I will relent on the Jonathan Bamba thing. All right.
I'll go B. I'll go out of the B- because you know who stepped up for the Fire when they were down Zinkernagel? Bamba. He stepped up. Was he good enough? No. But that's the unfortunate part.
Watch out.
He stepped up.
Watch out for chip on his shoulder, Jonathan Bamba, next season.
Toke. I do agree with you. I feel like we did not see the best out of Jonathan Bamba this season.
We saw 85%.
That's what I agree with.
And that's why he had a great year. Like, it was 85% of what you want out of Jonathan Bamba.
I feel like we're going to see a lot better Jonathan Bamba. And that kind of gets me crazy going right now.
All right.
Wow,
so let's end on a high. So let's skip this next one.
Skip that.
All right. Marin Haile Selassie. Now, we all know there is a Marin Haile Selassie shaped hole in my heart. I love this kid, but like I got to give him a C. He did not get enough. He's exactly where we want the Fire to be. He's so good, I want him on the field, but he's nowhere near good enough to always be on the field. So when you do go to the bench and you can point to Marin Haile Selassie, I like that a lot.
You gave him a C?
Yeah, I was rough on him. I didn't
feel like you're a little rough on him there.
Yeah, I feel like your description of him was much more flattering.
And also, I feel like all of the rest of us will go B-, B. I could even go B.
Definitely.
I'll change that.
I think he's honestly underrated. I think he always, I think he wasn't ever going to be, or like, he shouldn't be the starter, and he's not always doing that. But for what he was, I think he did a good job whenever he came on, and he would come on often. And he
came on.
There were a lot of games where he did shake things up. Like if we needed something to change, he would come on, and he would also provide a spark sometimes.
Well, Greg
He's not
figured
an MLS
out.
starter on the top teams, but man, some of those lower teams would love to have a Marin Selassie starting for them, and we
he's
got
kind
him
of
as
a
a
fire
sub.
legend at this point. I mean,
Well,
how
I do
many
like
players
him.
are left from 3 years ago?
Greg
been on the
figured it
team for a
out.
long time.
You let Jonathan Bamba run himself ragged to where he's exhausted, and then you throw in Marin Selassie late. I liked it. It was a good
Exactly.
tactic. All right, here's a fun one for everybody involved. The only reason this is not an F is because of that U.S. Open Cup game. Tom Barlow, I consistently, this man makes me remind myself that these people are human beings. I need to not say everything that gets into my head. But Tom Barlow had one great game this year. It was a meme. It was a good time, and it was at SeatGeek. And
Did he score 3 goals in the one game?
Yep.
Yeah, the DC United game, the 7-1 game.
Oh, you're
And
right.
I still remember it. Will still. That was his hat trick, and I know I told the story, I'm sure, on previous episodes, but I was in the hospital. They were starting to give me morphine because I was like going to go into surgery, and I'm trying to watch the Fire like on my phone, and Andrew tells me Tom Barlow got a hat trick, and I was like, what? Like, I must be. What are they giving me?
Did I not make it? What happened?
Honestly, I was like, what? I'm scared.
Tom Barlow started one game for the Fire. He played 22 games. He scored 3 goals. As a substitute striker,
in one game.
He's a fucking failure. I'm sorry. You're a fucking failure. I need you to score more than like one every 29 games.
It was in one game. There were 3 goals.
It was all 3 in
one in every 22 games. I need you to score more as a backup striker. I do.
Yeah. Listen, Tom Barlow, go fucking be the king of Phoenix and play for Phoenix Rising because
or Rec
you know
League.
Well, come on, man. That's a little. Come on, man.
Or Rec League. Hey, I play with those guys. I play with Rec League guys that are.
I mean, I'm like, what is the
studs.
point of Tom Barlow on this team? I agree. He needs to, like, even for him, I'd be like, I don't want to, like, he does nothing. He's just there for the vibes. Like, he's not even injured. He never plays. If I were him,
It's his second highest scoring season,
like,
though. How
I
does
wanna
he
go somewhere
retire
else.
after that? It's his second highest scoring season. How does he retire after that?
Oh my god!
Stop.
He needs
All
to
right.
go to a different team. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to
One last person to give a grade to.
Hugo. Sorry.
Zinker. Oh, no,
Zan
2.
Self.
I'm sorry. Philip Zinkernagel, A+,
Phillip.
right? Duh.
Yes.
Best player.
A+
Blah.
across the board.
Let's spend a moment here though, because Philip
I think-
Zinkernagel may be the greatest Fire player of the last 20 years, and we had Bastian Schweinsteiger.
Well, yeah, Bastian Schweinsteiger never had a season like this for the Fire. Are you kidding me?
Bastian Schweinsteiger at his peak was way better than Zinkernagel. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that at the Fire, Zinkernagel is the best player we might have had for the last 20 years. It's 2025.
No,
20
you're not.
years.
You're 100%. Blanco did that. No, you're right.
Better
No,
than Blanco.
Actually,
better.
Actually-
Blanco was a grandpa doing little hot flips with the ball. Very cute. Very cute.
is this
for
the
social
best season
memes.
of any Fire player?
And I love Blanco. God,
Is-
Blanco at
is-
free kicks. Oh, he was so good. Oh, I love Blanco. Oh, I miss Blanco. Okay, hold on. Sorry.
Is this the best season of any Fire player ever?
No.
Answer in the comments.
No.
Yeah.
The Fire player that I brought up earlier who won Golden Boot.
Nemanja Nikolic, he wasn't assisting nobody, nothing.
Won Golden Boot. Golden
Yeah,
Boot on a
in
team
a year when it took
on a team
22
that
goals to
sucked.
do that. Anyway,
The team that
you're right. The team
Was
did suck. You all right. You leave it in the comments. Anyway,
But I do think that he's better. Oh, Zinkernagel's the best player we've had for the last 20 years. He's way better.
of course.
Than Nemanja Nikolic. He's way better than he's way better than Bastian Schweinsteiger when he was here, unfortunately.
All right. Here's the tough one. What are you guys rating Greg Berhalter as?
I cannot wait. I'm excited. I'll save mine because I'm going to blow
I
you
said
up.
B-. Now, the reason I've been starting most of the time is because I've been I took a picture of all my ratings and sent it to everybody just so they had the list of players.
Yeah, I had time to prepare.
I say a B- because I would give the GM Greg Berhalter a B+, and I would give the coach Greg Berhalter a C to C-. Personally,
Really?
yes.
I like the way you separated them. I appreciate.
Wait, what has
the
he
way
done
you
wrong?
separated
Is
them.
what's giving him a C- as a coach? What did you not like about his coaching?
I would love to hear this.
You know what's hilarious is what he used to do with the U.S. was screw up the starting lineup so terribly, and then at halftime make the 2 changes he needed to have made, and then like made another sub round later, and we'd look incredible. For the Fire, he seems to get his tactics and his players right at the jump. There are times they have been outplayed. There were times they were just not as good, but he seems to have stuff ready at the jump. But his substitutions not only are slightly baffling at times, but they seem to come at the wrong time. Like, all the time. Either too early, too late, just the wrong situation on the field. They just always seem to be
enough that
poor timing.
Often enough.
I guess I don't remember I remember us complaining about that a decent amount, but I don't remember it being that much of a problem. But I could be convinced.
For me, I'm giving Greg nothing less than an A-. Nothing less. He took this team that was a perennial last place team under Greg Klopas, under Ivanovic, under Wiki, and he made them fucking believe. And then on top of that, he made the fans believe. And on top of that, he made Joe believe. The person that really matters, who writes the fucking checks. So all of this, what a job. What a job. Because it's convincing. It's convincing. And we're not – here's the thing about Fire fans. We are not easily convinced. We have been through it. We've seen the wikis. We've seen every single fucking coach I just fucking mentioned. Brian Bliss. We have seen it as Fire fans. And this is a guy we can believe in. I finally have a coach that I can believe in. And I'm like, I don't want the Fire to let this guy go. Right now, at this point in time, I cannot perceive the point in which we're like, you know what? It's time to let Joel Quenneville go. You know, he won 3 Stanley Cups. It's time to let him go. I just can't see when we're letting go of Greg right now because Greg is so damn good at his fucking job. He is one of the best in MLS.
Welcome, Peter Vermees.
Goodbye. Good. We got. There's Peter Vermees light. There's Peter Vermees heavy, and then there's fucking Greg. We got fucking Greg with a double G, double OG.
B+, B+ for me. I think he did a really good job. I don't think the subbing issue is enough to give him a C-, because I also feel like, I mean, to your point, a coach that you're, and I'm conflating coach and GM just for the sake of he's got to give him 1 grade. If it's someone that you like, I would think a C- coach, you're like, maybe we should start looking at other options. Maybe
yes.
C- is not a good grade. I mean, C- is a bad grade. You want to start looking at what else is out there. I feel like I'm not there at all. I'm like, no, please, we need Greg to stay.
I don't want anybody else.
So I think
I don't want anybody else.
Definitely.
You could offer me Jose Mourinho, and I would say no. Give him to the U.S. men's national team.
Because Greg, I think he understands what we're trying to do, or what the Fire's trying to do, what the fans want, and I think what we've all said, and we said it multiple times in this episode, we trust him. Like, we trust that if this random guy from Sweden, we're like, you know, Greg says, okay, I'm going to wait and see, and I'm sure it'll be fine. And I think that's huge for me. So
you're right.
Yeah, I mean, I could even be.
No, okay. I was gonna say I'm getting convinced here, and you're right. But I do actually personally see a reality where like Greg eventually does step down from the coaching role because I don't know, he is fucking killing it as a GM.
Shut up. You really think that Greg Berhalter prefers being a GM over a coach? You're
No,
fucking
you're right.
mental. You're fucking
right.
crazy.
You're right.
You're
All
fucking
right.
crazy.
All right. So
No.
everyone out here, we have gone super long, but we have one last thing I want to wrap up because we really wanted to do this. We have some end of the season awards that we're gonna have to burn through because we have gone so long in this very fun
fly through 'em.
episode. So
you got. I can't see him.
Okay. So season MVP, biggest award. It's between Zink, Kuipers, and Gutman, and I think we all know Zink won. Correct.
Zink.
Correct. All right.
I like the 3 shouts. I really like those 3 shouts though. And Brady was not involved in them. I think those 3 impacted the team. Yeah, but I think that those 3 that you mentioned impacted the team more than Brady as a collective. Now, Brady, early on in the season, he brought so much. Mid-season, end of season, it was Gutman. It was Kuipers. It was Ziegler-Nagel.
You're right.
However, I'm speaking – the Fire defense was so bad. The Fire defense was the worst defense in the playoffs of MLS playoffs.
Okay, so
how do we fix that?
Well, Defender of the Year after shitting on the defense, Defender of the Year for the Fire.
So, Serena, I said, how do we?
Yeah.
I was saying that the Fire were the worst defense in the playoffs. How do we fix that? I think that you got to improve on Dean. I think you got to improve on Waterman, and that's Walker Zimmerman, and maybe
it could be great.
I don't know who else at right back, right wing back, but
yeah, I got nothing. Dean, I guess.
Dean again. Keep going.
Well, speaking of Jonathan Dean, Defender of the Year, Elliott, Gutman, or Dean? I
think Dean.
I think Dean.
I'm not joking. I think if you look at his scoring across all games, I think he genuinely got a better grade, like a better score on across all the games.
Defense, not Gutman. Gutman was
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
great at
he might
offense.
have been playing in that position, but he wasn't defending much.
And Elliott, the captain, great captain, one of the better center backs on the team, the best center back on the team. However, they were the one. They were bad, and they can improve. And if you get him a better partner, Walker Zimmerman, now we're talking.
Holy shit! Did we just give Defender of the Year to Jonathan Dean?
I think we did. I can't believe that. I did not see that come. I did not see that coming. But Jonathan Dean was standout as a defender.
He was. All right, so
Waterman didn't have enough time. Neither did Turan because he got traded.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's got to go to Dean.
I can be convinced on Waterman
All right, I didn't know what to call this award, but I called it the Homegrown of the Year. It's just, I said our class of 92, just the kids, right? Orahel, Cups, Brady, whoever, who you got? I'm going Orahel.
Glasgow for me.
Glasgow, that's a good shout too.
Dowd, Glasgow.
Dowd.
I think it's truly between.
And we're not talking Brady, by the way, right? Because Brady's a homegrown too.
He is a homegrown, but does it really count? It's not like, I don't know. It's not like he was like Sam Williams or Harold Osorio or something.
Or hell for me, yeah. If we're talking
or hell agreed. I'm sorry, you got outvoted on that one. Now, Serena, I chose the next category. I chose the candidates. Let me know if I got this wrong. But the most handsome player on the team, I picked Acosta, Zink, and Omar. Now, am I wrong? Did I miss somebody?
I couldn't tell you.
I wouldn't put Omar on that list personally, but
really,
maybe
even young Omar.
Maybe young Omar. I don't know. He's like a Colt. He's too.
Zink makes sense. It's not Brady. Brady's got
Zink, right? Zink is so high.
Brady's look. I don't think is that a
Brady's not.
Yeah.
So
got a kind of a hockey
Franco,
player look.
Put Franco on this list. Franco should be on this list.
You like Frank? Very rectangular head. Anyway, all right. So wait, I guess I'm gonna default.
Though I can see that's a good shout.
I'm gonna default to you. Who are you saying is the most handsome on the team?
Zink.
Okay. Philip Zinkernagel cleaning up. All right, now this is the fun one.
The hair.
Not
beard.
Greg?
Yeah.
Not Greg? Shocking. Shocking.
Then she would have just said Andrew Gutman then.
I know, you're right. You're right.
Can I just pull out something really quick?
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Greg, if I've not shown this before, I got this for Andrew for a gift. This picture of Greg when he was at Energy Cottbus. And wow.
That's sick.
Young Greg.
That man
That's
listened
so
to Linkin Park.
fucking sick.
Right? I'm like,
Oh
how
my
much boost
gosh.
did he use?
Gosh, that's awesome. Gosh, that is
Yeah,
an
I love
awesome
it, though.
picture.
I love
That's
it.
cool, Serena.
You know?
Beautiful.
Andrew, that's
yeah, this
fucking
picture-
awesome, dude.
Amazing.
That's fucking sick.
Okay, so
So maybe young Greg, I don't know.
maybe a young... No. Not the new Metal Gregg.
I didn't see that coming. I'm sorry. Okay.
All right, so this one is a fun one. Enemies of the Fire punching bag of the year. So who did we just pummel with bullshit all year?
Gutman.
The candidates are Gutierrez, Brian Gutierrez, Kwame, and we did talk a lot of shit about Avila and Tom Barlow.
Dude,
And
I talked
gotta
so much shit about Gutman.
I mean, it's got to be Tom Barlow.
I
It's
know
gotta
I
be
talked so
Tom
much shit
Barlow.
about Gutman. And
I mean, we didn't
my-
talk about Tom Barlow enough, maybe, to warrant that. But when we talk about him, it's never
the
good.
most
So
shit we
I
talked
think-
about was Tom Barlow. Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be. Even
unless it's GPG, then it's Guti, definitely. But
yeah, if
Yeah,
it's,
he talks a lot of
on
shit
the
about Guti, and I rain marrow down on Gutman's defense. Although I always praise his offense.
All right, so I got one that I
So,
didn't
yeah.
tell you guys about that I forgot to add to the rundown, and then we will get out of here, I promise.
All right, beautiful, because I got to...
The Enemies of the Fire listener / subscriber / viewer of the season. And I think the only true answer, and I know Andrew, you might think Andrew has the inside track. I disagree. I think it's Alex. I think it has to be Alex. Alex always comments. We hang out with them in the section, like whenever we find them. You know what I mean? Like,
we get good feedback, verbal feedback.
What about
Yep.
Tracy Duane? Tracy's been a heck of
True.
a...
yo, you're
True.
right. You're right.
Andrew?
Andrew,
We have a couple standout followers, and we greatly appreciate you here on Enemies of the Fire. We thank you, and we love it. Share. Let's keep it going. Let's get this going, and let's make this even better for next season, because sadly, this is the last podcast of the season. However, it might not be the last actual podcast. It's the last season 2 pod.
The last
season
Chicago
2?
Fire.
The last
What is it?
true Enemies
Is
of
this
the Fire of
Is this season 2, Toke?
This is season
So-
2 of
All right.
Enemies
And we
and-
got Serena locked in for season 3. This podcast
Hell
just
yeah.
gets better every fucking year, because last year it was just first season. It was just 3 of us. We had a lot of fun. The funny thing is, it's Serena's found out, like, it's just a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of
fun.
just bullshit. But well,
Happy to be
so
here.
one thing I do want to advertise real quick that we are going to do is MLS Cup watch along. That is how we end. That's how we truly end the season every year. At least that's what we did last year. That's what we're going to do this year. I want it to be big, so there is ideas floating out there of sending out the Discord so that all of you can come join us. So we will see. We will have Andrew on so that you can put a face to the name.
Man,
We'll have to we'll have to figure some things out. Anyway, Jaymes, tell the people what they need to do.
Everybody, take that like button by the grip of the strangely pentagonal shape of the soccer ball of black and white, and then grab it and punt it right into the air and send it, because you do that thing that YouTubers like, and we greatly appreciate it. We'll see you guys next time here on Enemies of the Fire, and hopefully that'll be very, very soon. MLS might be changing things, so maybe we're not here for a while. I don't think that's the case. We'll be here very soon. Cheers. See you guys next time here on Enemies of the Fire. Make sure you hit that like button, like and subscribe and share, and do that thing that YouTubers like. We'll see you guys next time.